What is up, guys? What is up? What is up? What is up? Hopefully things are functioning. I'm on dual stream again. I have returned to the world of dual streaming. Yeah, I'm on Twitch. I have Tygo's over there. What's up, Tygo? Tiago. It's Tiago, right? I'm sorry. Andrew with terrible pronunciation of names. Anybody that watches my content knows that full damn well. Andrew and his pronunciation of names. I got somebody getting mad at me about cha. I don't know, I think it's cha. That's how the Japanese say it. They say cha. Now, I do admit that every now and then I say sha. And that's a Char Aznavour thing. Like, you watch enough Gundam, you say sha. Sha. That's how he says sha. On YouTube side, we got tons of chatters. Sergio Donna, what's up? Hope you're doing well. If Menku's not A tier, you don't like a Menku? You do know that if you don't put her in S tier, that means you hate her. That's how these tier lists work. I guess I can switch over here so you guys see the list. Alright, that one, right? Is it that one? Damn it. There's too many damn windows. I need another monitor. I hate the idea of getting another monitor. But I think another monitor. But yeah, if you don't put them in S tier, you hate them. T-Ace, what's going on? See about it soon. Westcott, hope you're doing well. Adrian has paused Genshin Impact to be here. That's how much you hate me, right? Like, you're like, I guess I'll watch him because, you know, this is worse. That's not saying much. Just finished Momentary Lily for today. Waiting for Trillion game. It was a Momentary Lily today. Damn. I didn't get my clips onto Twitter. Nobody else is watching it, so I'll probably be the first person to clip Momentary Lily. I have to do my weekly Momentary Lily clipping because even though everybody hates Gohan's and hates the show, they love the clips. They love the spicy clips from that show, especially running. A lot of very nice running clips. Had some random sound effect. Yeah, it's Crisis. I'm really bad at using my buttons. I'm not the type of person that hits buttons all the time. What's up, Astro? Hope you're doing well. Sabana Sue. What the fan art? S rank otaku? You mean Yuki? Yuki is a S rank otaku, yes. Been a while. What's going on, Cosmo? The kid plays. What's up? The fan service in the episode, it's been it'll be a field trip for you. Oh yeah, I see in the preview. I literally clipped the preview from the previous episode. I'm like, oh, there, it's that episode. So there you go. Lots of nice clips. Though I'm kind of curious if it answers a certain question mark that we have around if somebody's ever going to be back. Did I even put Momentary Lily in here? I don't even remember grabbing their pictures. I didn't. There's no Momentary Lily in here, is there? Oh no, we have to fix that. I have to fix that. Wait, hold on a second. We gotta fix this while we talk. Over here. I'm bringing this up over here. Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Sobble. Tier Maker does not want to function right now. Hey, Ezekiel. You need to do a tier for Kanane alone. I mean, she's definitely important. She's definitely important. Oh, Priscilla's here? I'm pretty sure I got Priscilla in there. Yeah, she's right there. I don't have Rem in there. Just to give people an update here, to give people a full glimpse of how I do my tier list. Tier lists are, of course, based off of the season itself. I try to keep to characters that are actually in the season. That's the caveat there. I try to keep only characters in the season. So if it's like a multi-season series like ReZero, Rem's there in spirit, but she's not been in this season at all. So I just kept to the waifus in the season. God damn, Tier Maker, that took forever. it just loaded. Damn. Okay, any list. Momentary. I'm not crazy, right? There's no momentary Lily in here. Before I go through this whole process of adding them, and that's just to find out they're there. New. Yeah, there's no momentary Lily. Gotta include the girls from Momentary Lily. They're very important characters. They're very plot relevant. Well, one is extremely plot relevant. I won't say much about the other ones. It's been an okay show. Like, I didn't score it very high last week, but... Okay, got these, that. Boop. Is there any other shows that people are noticing that I don't have in the list? I always forget at least one show. I was literally half asleep, half conscious last night making it, so... Okay, then we'll do a edit. Where's the edit? Edit. And then we will choose to add pictures. Upload side of it for the third play. Okay. Desktop. Here. Grab. Open. Submit. Tasakare is in there. Or at least I remember doing Tasakare. The pictures are from something else. A lot of these are going to be something. There, right there. Who's Rem? Shut up. Well, you could get a switch to Chris Cam and get Rem. You could just switch to Chris's Cam and get... Oh, okay. I'm like, what? Am I like, what? Rem, you mean that car part? Is there a car part called Rem? I've seen one for you stream going to ask you something. Well, fire away. I think there should be a tier above S, like waifu of my dreams. No, you got me all sidetracked here. They have to be in the season itself. If there's any characters that are not present in the season, I don't usually include them. Otherwise, we'd have like a million characters and things like Danmachi and stuff like that. I try to word it as best girl, just to avoid offending certain people. We say best girl here. We don't say waifu tier list. We don't say smash or pass, because we don't want to offend certain people. Not that I care about offending people. But it's true. I mean, I don't really I want to put certain characters up pretty high, but I'm not going to say that they're like waifu material. So we go best girl. It makes it simpler. It makes it all in one list. I don't have to worry about making a smiles that I must protect over here, while also like super waifu material over here. You're already offended because I chose to have it all in one list and make it simple. What's up, Nicholas? Thanks for the membership and the super chat. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. Orsted best girl. Yes, that is in fact true. I want Orsted to be my waifu. I mean, it's the Kendra Suda, man. It just the moment Kendra Suda's voice came out of him, it's just like, this guy could murder the entire world and I would like him. Okay, we need presentation mode so we get rid of the stupid ads. Okay, we fixed it. We have Momentary Lily in here. The best show ever has been placed in the list. Did you get, like, the Melty Princess palm-size Mushoku Tensei figure at all? I got 2 of the Edis ones just despite the people saying the series is too offensive to exist. Yeah, I'm kind of bummed that I didn't get the Edis one, but yes. Actually, right here. It's on the soft mat that I have for Edity Spencer. But yes, and the one that I got was slightly the heat and the packaging that it was in seems like it like warped it a little bit, but I fixed it. But I made a whole unboxing video about it. The reason I asked because your peak Tensei figure unboxing videos, you said you were picky about figures. Yeah, I'm very picky. That's why I don't have like literally every single Roxy figure that comes out. There's a lot of them that just don't look good. I'm particular about faces, bases. What was my whole saying? I used to say faces, bases, and something else. Hairlines. I hate when you can obviously see, because whenever they make the hair for the character's figure, they usually make a back portion, back half, and a front half, so they can just kind of, you know, clamp it onto the head structure. And sometimes, most of the time, they'll have like a very defined line where there's a gap there, and then it just does not come together well. I hate it. It's like my little pet peeve. It just bugs the fire out of me. Instead of doing any work this season, yeah, I've heard him in a couple places. I forget where. What's up, Jagan? Yeah, Suda is in Toilet Bound. That's correct. Amelia #1's been my #1 since I was 15. Never hopped on that Rem bandwagon. Well, some of us like characters that are well wrote. I'm joking. Amelia has grown on me. It was like, Amelia was a funny one. I'm totally getting into it right now. Amelia is a character that, up until like the second season, deep in the second season, I didn't have a problem with her. She was cute. It's just that, and her seiyuu is obviously Rie Takahashi, so she's super hot. But she was so boring. Like, she was just like a fish. She was just a cute little fish that sits there and waits for somebody to come rescue her. But it was really second season where finally, like, there's character. Like, we have character. But I'm still of the mindset that I don't necessarily... I think Amelia's hot. For sure. Cute as hell. Like, does the cutest freaking things. But that waifu realm area in the realms of rezero, she's not there for me yet. Like, she's still... I feel like she's still a child. Like, she is childlike mind, is really what it is. Like, this girl, late to immature type thing. I have my own little theories around it. I don't need confirmation or denial of it, but I have, like, theories around the idea. I think that she's just kind of... What's the term? This is deep stuff outside the realms of, oh my gosh, who's best girl? This is like deep diving mindset of the series. I feel like she's maldeveloped. Is that the word? Not maldeveloped. She's just like a late bloomer because of her situation, really, is what it is. Late bloomer because of her situation. But yeah, it's totally girl that you want to protect. Yeah, I mean, it's childish, but I'm like, the idea of her still not maturing. Like, she's stunted growth, basically. This girl kind of had a crappy situation. I mean, the way that it lays out, spoilers for up to season 3, the way that it plays it out is that she was in this village. She was being protected and shielded away. Crazy crap goes down. She's frozen. She's frozen in time for a long period of time. And I don't remember if anybody ever confirmed or if it ever said somewhere. Then she thaws out, and she's still that little girl. I'm not sure exactly how much time spans from there to when he meets Subaru, but if not much time span between there, she's still really a child. Yeah, her growth got paused. Basically, yeah. She got, like, cryo frozen. So I kind of see her as... Which is great, because you kind of see that in her character. Like, even in this last episode, she's just like, you know, I gotta wait till I have somebody that I love that I'm married. She's very childish. But anyways, I'm getting way ahead of myself for getting to Amelia. But like I said, season 2 definitely kind of brought her up there for me. I really do love her character. Now, S tier... I think so, and it's obviously, again, taking into consideration this is like 3 seasons worth of development here. I think she is definitely up there. She's going to be in the lower tier of the S tier, but I really do like her character. Yeah. Me saying that she's childish doesn't make her a bad character. I think that's actually makes her a very fascinating character if and I would assume so, the writer delivers on it. Like I think the writer will, based on my experience with them, will deliver on probably getting into that aspect, other than just being a way of, lack of a better term, cockblocking Subaru, making this ongoing joke that that she doesn't acknowledge Subaru as like a love interest because she just kind of views love very. I mean, she thought she was pregnant when she got kissed. Do we need any more explanation there? Girl thought she was pregnant because she got kissed. Girl down bad. Girl down bad. You've missed all of season 3 so far? Are you waiting for a dub? No, it's being dubbed, isn't it? Why are you waiting? Holy crap, season 3's been so good. Like, so good. You missed it on peak. What do you mean? She was preggo from a kiss? Is that in your head canon? Is it in your head canon she's preggo now? She's just taking a while to produce it. Yeah, I got you. I think if it was still season 1, she'd go B tops, in my opinion. Yeah, that was kind of where she was at for me. She was just this cute girl standing off the side that Subaru was obsessed with. And me personally, other than just to kind of brush it off as love at first sight crush thing, a childish crush that Subaru has, I didn't get his obsession with Emilia. Like, as much as people complain about Subaru's personality and how he's like super dorky and stuff like that, for me it was a struggle in the. This is going to turn into a freaking rezero live stream. For me, for Subaru, it was a frustration with how he doesn't acknowledge those that are around him that are seemingly much more special, or at least he's more special too. That's why I loved Rem so much, is because this is a girl that, yes, did. It sort of puts it in the realm that this girl sort of is saved by Subaru and thus becomes obsessed with Subaru. But it really is an element of this girl was in a really dark place and he kind of pulled her out of it. And that's why she grew to like him and then becomes very devoted to helping him out, acknowledging what he's doing. She sees what he does. He is my hero. She sees what he does. And that's why she ends up pulling him literally out of a state of wanting to end himself, even though that's not going to work. Ending himself, or going into a very dark place, and yet he still doesn't acknowledge it. No, I love Emilia. That was my punchable Subaru face moment right there. Like, dude, choice of words. I get you're obsessed with Emilia, but choice of words at this moment, really. She also brutally murdered. She didn't know. She didn't know. It was in a loop where he was doing bad things in her eyes. What does the DC version contain? I'm skipping ahead apparently. Beheneko girls first. Who do you like most? Who like most of the? I don't see any problem with this. Then again, I've missed all season 3 so far. I think this was still season 1. She'd be tops B for me. But season 2, season 3 with season 1, it just works. Yeah, that's like I said. Like late, that midpoint. I think it was midpoint of season 2. That's where it finally gets into her past and everything, which was really good. But anyways, Beheneko. We should make this more than just ReZero. Beheneko. Arya is Arya. I think it's Arya. I'm gonna really be bad with names because usually I like to refresh myself on names. I didn't do it this week, but hopefully I don't butcher names too bad. Elf girl. That's thirsty for cats. Like, she's fine. I'd probably put her in the realms of, like, maybe C. Like, I wouldn't go out of my way for her, but at the same time, she's cute. She's got a fun personality. But she does like cats, and I'm not a fan of cats. I'm not a cat person, huh, Yuki? I'm not a cat person. And she's thirsty for the cats, so she's not in my ballpark. Not that I'm against people that like cats. I just never had cats. All of them are thirsty for him. That is true. That is true. We'll get to that. Don't get ahead of me. Vulcan, yeah, she's best girl. Vulcan's easily best girl. She's tan girl. She's a cat. She, like, okay, if you make a tier list of everything that Andrew wants in his best girl, it's like tan girl's up there. That's a nice addition. It doesn't have to have tan girl, but If it's tan girl, it's like a bonus. Like it's an optional. Cat girl has to be up there. She carries a massive weapon and she's petite. That goes up there as well. She doesn't have heterochromia, which does suck. Optionals up there is also heterochromia. I just absolutely dig heterochromia, but she's got most of them. Yes, if they're a if they're a Rentasaka face, that's another. It goes way up there. Just in general, if it's a Rentasaka face, it goes way up there. Am I better? Do I sound better? I thought I would sound really horrible and everybody would be noticing it, but apparently I'm doing well enough. It's down in here. It's getting out. So, and I got a lot of headache problems, but I'm getting there. Thank you for asking, though. Nya. The tsundere face. The dragon girl, I'm not, she's growing on me, but I'm not like a massive fan. Like, she's not terrible, so I'm not going to put her down there, but I hate the Jaws teeth thing. If you have the tier list of what makes F tier, the Jaws teeth goes down here. It's a massive negative impact. Is there a Jaws teeth female character that I like? They're rare. I don't think so. I don't think there's... I mean, even a male characters, I don't think there's really any with Jaws teeth that I like. They just bug me. But anyways, the pixie girl, I don't really have anything. She just showed up, so I don't really have an attachment to her. She's cute. She's mischievous. That's fine. My first baby for the show. We got my first baby in the show. She's cute. Again, not really yes for her yet, other than that she's cute. Jaws teeth put me off for Power 2. Yeah, that's right. Power did too, huh? And yeah, it did kind of put me off on her. I don't know. It wasn't really predominant, was it? I don't remember. It's really hard to remember her. But yeah, it wasn't a plus for me for sure. The characters for Fruit Master. The lolly appraisal girl that just randomly shows up out of nowhere. Again, kind of a throwaway character. Don't really care. The childhood friend, don't care. Oh my gosh, the toilet making show. Another one, I don't care. There's going to be a lot of C's and D's in this list. There's a lot of shows with characters I really don't care. Alia Pizza Tier? That's a Naotoyama. There is a Naotoyama character, which... I'm sorry. Full disclosure. You voice a character with Naotoyama. No matter how bad the character is or how bad the show is, she's gonna be up there. It's hard not to completely be drawn in by that. I mean, there was technically a Bahaneko character that was Naotoyama, but I forgot to put her on here because she's literally in like 10 minutes of the show. But there is a Naotoyama character in Bahaneko too. There's a new girl in Fruit Master, a smith that doesn't like making weapons. Logical. Very logical. Very logical. Damn it. See, I finally go to stream over on Twitch again, and I already got my first spam. Like, Twitch, come on. I gotta remember how to ban people on Twitch. There it is. Yay. I figured it out. I don't think I'm going to go back to Fruit Master. I think I've already chosen at this point. I'm probably not going to go back to that show. I just don't have any draw to it. But yeah, the goddess is fine too. Ameku. Who was it earlier that was going to criticize me if I didn't rank Ameku well? Was it Sergio Donna? Okay, is Sergio Donna going to get mad at me in a minute? I do like Ameku. I do like Ameku. Ameku A tier. Now the truth. Just add an auto mod for a link. I thought that I did. I thought I had chatbot was supposed to do that. I don't know. I don't think I have enough viewers on Twitch for the bots to be coming after me anyways, but hey, whatever they can get. Well, I guess that's the whole reason they're here, is because they're like, oh, hey, somebody that doesn't have followers, let's tell them that we'll bot followers. But no, I like Ameku. She's got the whole, like, you know, goofy nature. She's not really mischievous. She's just kind of very blunt and just over the top. My way or the highway kind of personality. She got the looks too. She's got that cute look to herself. I like her. I dig her. She's probably the only reason I do want to keep watching the show. I wish the stories of shows are better. Yeah, that's his problem. That's his problem. Like, she kind of carries it. To be honest, it kind of carries it. It got pretty crazy. I am actually interested to see the next episode. Because apparently this dude's torching everybody. I'm assuming, I don't know, he's putting gasoline in people's blood or something like that. But no, I like... Not as much because obviously she's barely in the show. I really like the other nurse. Like, the moment she asked to go on a date with the dude, I'm like, dude, wake up. Dude, wake up. What is your problem, dude? I like the nurse. I like the nurse. The sister, she's okay. Again, she's barely in the show, unfortunately, but she's hot. She's hot. I mean, there's the plus side of going for Ameku, the doctor detective, because you have the hot sister that's constantly kind of there and you're present with. I've seen Magic Maker, yeah. We'll get into Magic Maker. Where is it, down here? Yeah, it's down here. Magical Maker. There's a lawsuit coming in the next episode for Dr. Ameku? Didn't somebody... No, I'm at the... Like I said, I'm at the point where the dude, like, just set on fire in the emergency room, so... Little sister's being more mature than her. That's shocking. Oh, that's right, because she's the little sister of her, huh? It was something like that. Because I think she called her Big Sis. I don't remember. The Bang Dream Show. The Bang Dream Show. I do really like her character. She's probably one of the few characters I do like in the show. I like her story, but I'm kind of mixed on her character overall. I hate her. Let's just get her out of the way. let's just get her out of the way. Let's just put her over there. I'm kind of, I think I'm pretty neutral on these two. Like, I think for the same reason across them, I'm kind of neutral on them. So I'd probably put both of them in B. I'd probably bring her down a little bit. I'm probably putting her up a little bit too much. I'm probably in the B area for them. Her and a lot has to do with her story and her character. But like, if this was a waifu tier list kind of thing, she'd probably come way further down here. But like I said, this is kind of like an all-encompassing list for like best girl, and it's like that mixture of story or just waifu material. That's kind of where I'm sitting. I don't really have like too much favor on these characters, but they're solid. The girl, I'm married to the girl in my class. Trash. just trash her. Throw it over there. Way over there. I don't care. Don't need her. Get her out of the list. Going that way. Little sister's a better character, to be honest. Reminds me of a combination between Ayasaka and Shirogane's sister. She's like she says kind of like a super... Is the best way to say this. I was going to say something else, but it's going to probably get me in trouble on YouTube. Like, she's a super mellowed out Yuki. It's kind of like what it reminds me of. Rare to see a trash tier. This is pretty much trash tiered out here. But anyways, she's like the only reason I'm watching the show, and it's not that she's that great, because the writing in the show is so horrible, but like, I guess it's an aspect that the show itself is just not working so much that anything she does is gonna make it so much better. Anything she does is gonna make it so much better. Akurere Yuki, that kind of fits. That kind of fits. Like, she literally is like the only one that does any good for that show. I haven't really met the Yaru, so I have like really no opinion of her. But I'm sure I'm probably gonna like her a lot because, again, this show's kind of that bad that, or it's not bad, but it's not working for me. It's just so blah that anything can kind of save it. It needs chemistry. The show just needs chemistry. And yes, the cousin slash Emoto saves it. The Princess Lessons girl. I really like her. She's another case of a show's kind of being carried by her. Probably put in the B territory, like a high B territory. Her personality is great. I have no feelings for the other chick. I like the maid, but she's like not even in the show anymore, unfortunately, at least where I've gotten to. Like her a lot, the one from Princess Lessons, or Shisei. I do, like she's got spunk. Like, she's got an absolute spunk. And that's, again, like I said, despite the fact that I really don't like the prince. I'm okay with the brother, and not because it's a redhead. She's got the spunk that carries it. Inori, S tier. Smile that must be protected. It has been a while since well, it's not been that long, honestly. I think we've had a couple this previous seasons, but for this season of, I think, the entire list, I mean, maybe Shizuka. I think of the entire season, she is the smile to protect. If you all are looking for something this season to defend, like I need something cute to shield, it's her. It is her. Shield this smile. She has a priceless smile. It must be protected. But that aside, yeah, she's a fantastic character. Like, just, it pretty much is the show Medalist, is her character, is just her, like, massive anxieties, wanting to find something to strive towards, all that stuff. At the same time, she gets out on that ice rink, beams that smile, and I'm just like the guy in the show. Like, I'm just like her sensei. It's just like, I'm just like, this girl, she's got to get 1,000 points for that, right? Because she smiled. Protect the lolly. Big smile, big heart. I like a ship between the brother and the newest principal or princess Lessons. Really? Like, this chick? They're shipping them? I mean, I guess technically when she was, bartering with her, she said that she'd hook her up with her brother. I'm assuming you're talking about her? I can see that. Haruki? I'm blanking on her name. I haven't really gotten to her character yet, but, liking her just because she likes Inori. But I'm not going to oversell her yet. We haven't really got too much into her character yet. Her performance was amazing. Like, her freaking performance was freaking amazing. Like, but that's just the studio. Like, hats off to them for not just doing an ass job at CGI, actually putting effort into it. But her performance was freaking fantastic. So you got Felix on your best girl tier list. Yeah. Why wouldn't I? Are you implying something? The guy. Okay, touche on Jinshi. Shut up. Touche on Jinshi. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Yeah, what's up with the fan art? Thanks for the super. Burning brightly the weave of oh my gosh, what the hell did you write? Did you write a book? Unbreakable bond. Together they bond between subs and dubs. Hand-drawn CGI harem and shonen yandere and kudere 2D 3D girls. Did I mention the bonds? I thought you were going for a Fate Stay Night Elemented Blade Works thing. Anyways, I have no clue where you're going with that. But thank you so much for the super. Appreciate the super. How was you making the same tier list? Rintaro has 100 girl. Dude, it's gonna get there. It's gonna get there. Like I didn't even add who I think is probably gonna show up the next episode. I'm assuming I have an assumption about who's coming up next, but we almost have a whole row. We're almost to a whole row right here, okay? We're getting there. Triple nyaz. Triple nyaz. All right, Mike. I really like Mike too. Another smile that must be protected, even though she does not want to be protected. I really do. I don't know if I want to put her in S tier yet, but I really like Mika. She's super freaking cute. She was snotty at first. I knew they were gonna break her quickly. Sure enough, she corrects her path. I'm gonna put her high S or high A, low S. But I really like Mike. She's a little spitfire. Just her getting broke on the rink was so bad. Cow, her face. Corrected. Yes, she had to fail at something and then have the precious smile of Inori just completely fix her. She needed the fix of the smile. Mikitaro is cute, yandere. I still haven't figured out the mittens thing. I still have not I mean, it fits. Calling her mittens fits, but I don't know. I don't think Mike is mittens. Unless Mikitaro's not mittens, is it? Or is it paws or something? I haven't got a chance to look it up, but I don't know. I don't know where the translation's getting mittens, and it's completely messing with me. It's cute. Calling her mittens is super cute, but I don't want to call her mittens if she's not mittens. She's saying Mike. But anyways, and it's short for Mikitaro, so. You get the bonds, don't you? Don't you? No, I don't. Unbreakable spawn, special bonds. Maybe it's to the point of whatever one you're talking about. Unless you're talking about Medalist. Nachan is also A because how she is Mike back during her failure. Really sweet, nurturing coach. Yeah, and that was kind of a nice, tough love in there too, which I did really appreciate. Oh, the Red Ranger one. Okay, all right. You're jumping ahead. My brain's nowhere near that show yet. You can't just throw some random crap in there and think I'm going to pick up on what you're... I thought you were talking about Medalist, so I'm trying to connect to Medalist. Yes, I love Red Ranger. It's literally my... Did I put it in S tier last week? Anyways, yeah, I really like her. She's great. I'll probably put her in high B. Stretch? Damn it. See, this is why I don't like to be on Twitch. This is why I don't like to be on Twitch. Twitch people make me do things. Bad Twitch chatters. I don't really care. I mean, she's fine. I don't have really any connection to her whatsoever. The mom, I love the mom's story. I'm not like super attached to her, but like I feel for her. She kind of makes a massive mistake, obviously a massive mistake, but kind of owns up to it. I knew they were gonna fix her. It's a typical name for a cat, maybe since she's called cat-like qualities. That's my assumption. I just don't know why the translators are calling her mittens when they're saying Mike. It drives me nuts listening to the Japanese and they're saying Mike, and the translation keeps saying that. What's up, Dango? This is where I struggle at. This is where I struggle because I like the characters, but I hate the show. Okitsura. I'm everywhere. Not gonna lie, the blonde, shy Yaru is best girl of Okinawa. Duh. 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 Localizer being localizer. Well, I am curious if it might be an aspect of that's what the maybe the manga they translated her to through conversations with the original creators, because there's going to be some cases where the original creators will say call her mittens, they'll come to an agreement, call her this. Like, we know there's a little bit of a translation issue here, call her this because it's cute. So I can see it totally being like, you know, we'll give her a nickname that you would give a cat. Oh, mittens, that sounds cute. Yeah, I like that. That sounds audibly cute. Let's go with it. there can be situations where they can give him a nickname or a switch of name by the request or co-op of the original creator. So I don't want to immediately say lolcolizers. I can't even say it right. Lolcolizers. But anyways, I was just hoping there was a story behind it. But yeah, Tangirl, Nagatoro in Okinawa girl. She's cute. Don't have really much of a connection to her other than the fact that she's cute. Yeah, obviously best girl. She's literally the only reason I want to keep watching the show. Like, I think that she's got the cuteness. She's got that, that little bit of a desire to protect. At the same time, she's obviously the best choice for him. And her shy nature is just absolute chef kiss. I wish the studio did a better job with the show so I can enjoy watching her struggle. But my heart breaks. There's a side of me that almost is like, it's like Blue Box for me, like right now. It's like I want to keep watching the show, but I know there's a feeling that I have where I'm going to be disappointed at the end. It seems like the writing is going for her being the winner in the end. Like, it seems like there's too much emphasis on her and not her. So it makes me think their intention is to actually have her win in the end. Like, oh, obviously she's the choice at the beginning, but this is the one we keep focusing on. But they could Sakurasami. I've been there before. They could Sakurasami. In the end, they could Sakurasami and say, oh, well, yeah. Swap. Okay, let's develop her now, and she wins in the end. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, she's literally the only reason I want to watch the show. Tangirl, best girl. She's super cute. All that. A Toradora situation. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah. But I mean, Toradora was so emphasizing the actual direction that was going from the very beginning. It was just set up in a plot line of let's help these two get together. Let's work together for this whole situation. But you kind of got a gist of there that they're gonna fall in love in the midst of that. Whereas this one, it's going, this is what he really, really wants. There's just this person on the sideline that really likes him. So it's not really the same situation. But I get where you're going with that. The other girl, she's been like present for like one scene and been a part of it for me so far. So don't really care. She's Tangirl too. Blue girl, and dude, if you're talking about who I'm talking about, then no. I mean, the tomboy girl from the very beginning, the redhead, maybe you get me on that one, but not the other one. If you're talking about the one I'm thinking you're talking about, did not like her. Anyways, Cha, as I say it, Cha is S rank sniffer, obviously. We got S rank sniffer, obviously. This girl has a sniffer that is unchallenged by any. But I literally have no care for her whatsoever. I'm sure eventually I'm gonna really like her, but I have no context to go by her, other than my brother saying that I'm probably gonna really like her. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for that. I'm literally waiting for that moment that Chris has been talking about since I think it was said to be announced to adapt, which I think was like at this point, what, 2016 or something, 2018 was it when it was being leaked and everybody was talking about it. He's been saying ever since then, you're gonna really like this character. And I should have probably looked into it more at the time, and I would have told him, yeah, in like season 3. Whenever she's fucking does something besides getting out of a swimming pool or jogging. This girl that has that S rank sniffer who's always breaking sweats. Eventually, I'm probably gonna like her. Yep. You just got demoted to E rank for misplacing Shaw. She literally has been in like 3 scenes. I'm not gonna love her because she showed up one time and sniffed and said a couple things. I'm not into the sniff fetish thing. You're more than welcome to like the sniff fetish. I'm not a sniff fetish person. Solo sister is must protect cute. Yeah, she's fine. I mean, she's in more scenes than she has more of a presence than Cha so far. I can give her credit for that much. But equally is like with Shaw, just she's there. She's a sister that's worth protecting. That's for sure. Sister leveling. I haven't watched that thing, so don't start throwing a bunch of reference to that. If y'all like her because of the sister leveling thing, that's fine. Get a sniff by a girl. Ah, this must be my soulmate. Well, I mean, to her credit, it is kind of appealing when everybody else stinks. Like it's like it's like the whole situation with my gosh, that visual novel that I read here recently. It's like that whole situation. It's like when everybody smells, you don't have much options. The friend, I don't care. She's kind of in the same category. She sits around and be useless and then eventually gets saved and goes doki doki. Good for her. I root for her. Fine. What was a visual novel? The Jinabuchi one with the guy that sees everybody as blobs. I'm blanking on the name right now. Sora something. Mau is pretty good sniffer. That is true. That is true. Mau is another good sniffer, but she does other things too. Yes, I know Yuta. The Zenshu girls, there's gonna be more C tiers. I just don't care. Like, especially her. I think she's probably. I think in overall, watching the entire show, there is a lot of value to the character. Like, she's kind of all over the place with personality, and she does seem like she's opening up a lot more in the last few episodes, which is kind of nice, but I just don't really care for her. Like, I really don't. Like, I don't think I'd want to hang out with her. She's like one of those people I don't think I want to hang out with her. And she's a terrible director. I don't like her, but I think she's an interesting girl. Inshu. Yeah, just kind of. I kind of can agree with you on that one. I want to end everything for the sake of not continuing things, and then I fell in love with a 2D husbando. Like, maybe, I don't know. Sure, go for it. She turned her into a I didn't turn into a Fujoshi. I was gonna say Fujoshi. She kind of a Fujoshi is. That's like literally in another world by ruining fantasy characters. Because we have this girl right here. She's now a muscle man, like obsessed with wrestling and working out. Like she's just like ruining everybody with anime. She's going to another world and animating characters that ruin all these people. Just the females though. I've noticed that. It's just the females. Because she hasn't messed with Luke or whatever his name is, the main guy. She hasn't messed with Yunio. She's just breaking all the waifus of the show. I guess to make them not like competition in the end. It's her master plan is to ruin all the female waifus that could be love interests for Luke. Is it Luke? I still hope that's Luke. For the main guy, so that he can only choose her. But then she has to leave the world anyways. So she's ruining birth rates in a fantasy world. That's literally in another world ruining birth rates. That's literally what the show is. I figured it out, guys. I've unlocked the true meaning behind Zenshu. It's not about her learning what love is, even though they're finally getting the idea that she doesn't understand love and she needs to figure out love for her story. But it's not about her going to another world to figure out love in order to figure out what she's going to write for her story, which is a love movie. It's not about her just having a writer's block and needing some sort of inspiration of creation. It's not about like saving this other world from the void or trying to figure out what she loves so much about this movie that she watched a long time ago. It's literally about her being isekai to a fantasy world where she ruins the birth rates. It's like a counter birth rate promotion material. Oh my gosh. I've unlocked the true potential of the show. Oh, what the fan art? Thanks for the super. Are you Great Exister? The Great Exister. Oh, the thing they were doing? No. But thanks for the super. Just like Miyazaki, probably. I don't know. Another world ruining birth rates would be a 10 out of 10 anime. It would be great. I would be very question mark at how they're going to deliver on that story, what it's going to actually involve, but it would be like an old school anime trope concept here where some little kid gets isekai to another world and just goes around and just kicks guys in the nards. That's literally what the entire show is about. Or some god who goes to another world and they just kick guys right there every time. Every time she gets mad at somebody. Mio, really like Mio. She frustrates me a lot, but that's kind of what makes her character interesting. The fact that she's super cute. She needs to be protected. She's too pure in a very rotten world. But damn, girl, stand on your 2 feet sometimes. Please, girl, please stand on your 2 feet. Please, girl. Stop letting yourself get walked over for the sake of your boy. Come on. How about a shy yandere that is a Chinubio? In that story, that'd work. The mom, I don't care. I knew where they were going with her story, but eventually I'll probably like her. She's trying to protect her family. I know. She thinks she's doing what she needs to do for her family. I know, but I don't care. I don't care. I've seen it too much. She didn't do enough to offset it. Besides smile at the very freaking end after giving a bow that I'm going to throw away. Stupid mom. You're making everybody stressed out with your crap. The show would be stealing every other man she sees just to break their hearts and... Oh, so... Spirit Chronicles, but reverse. It makes them not trust women. And she falls in love with what happens to her. Dude, I want that with Spirit Chronicles. I want that with Spirit Chronicles. At some point... I haven't finished the second season, so I don't know if it actually happens. I want Spirit Chronicles to do that. Finally, he runs in some girl and immediately gets super, super doki doki for her. And then she just says, sorry, let's go on a date first. And then she buys him something and he's like, this is the girl. I've got her. I got my dream girl right here. I ignore every other girl, all of millions of other girls that I've just met. And then she just leaves the village the next day. I want that in Spirit Chronicles. And they're not relevant today, but... oh, then we don't read it. Joking. But does your love not Toyama mean that you rate Koga over Sakurajima? Which show is that? I'm blanking right now. Sorry. Why is he in this... What are you doing in this list? Somebody got mad at me for having Felix in the list, and what the hell is he doing in here? What is he? Is he actually a female? Did I goof up and just like randomly think that he's a female? I was very tired last night putting together the list. You have to excuse me. Get the hell out of here, boy. Bunny Girl Senpai? Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Let me double check. I want to say that you have a good point there. When was Bunny Girl Senpai? I feel like I have not watched that show in so freaking long. I do want to rewatch the entire series and then finally watch the movies because I sadly have not been watching the movies. Yes, you're right. I really badly wanted to like Koga. If I remember correctly, I really badly wanted to like Koga. Because yes, at the time, I did acknowledge that it was not Toyama. I don't remember who I came to in the end liking. Because I seem to remember there was a lot about Koga that I did not like, even though I really badly wanted to like her. I wasn't a huge fan of Sakurajima In the end, I don't remember being much of a fan of Sakurajima. I don't remember where I fell on that show. I really don't. I was thinking, is that a dude? Next up, Astolfo on the list. It needs to be. What's wrong with Astolfo? Discount Asuna? Was it 2029 or 2019? It was 2018. Holy crap, dude. It feels like so long ago. The movies are great. I hope so. I have to rewatch it in dub. Is that my punishment? I don't care about any of these characters. Whatever. Mona. My girl Mona. Literally, the only reason I'm watching that show because I hate the freaking guy. He's just so boring. But Mona is super freaking cute. I'm gonna put Mona like high A. I really like Mona. About the only thing that's kind of being held back on Mona is that the show's got like parts in it that are kind of blah. But I think Mona's great. I like her change over time. I don't care about the girl that's obsessed with her. She's kind of... I like her Seiyu, but she's blah. The new girl, she's super cute, but I have nothing to go based on so far besides her blushing a bunch and running away and then doing compromising positions with her exercises. Flower and Asura girls. Hana's like A for me. I really like Anna's character. I really hope they deliver on her character because they're kind of going for like really, really overly reliant personality. And so I'm hoping that she has kind of a crash moment with her character. But I do like her character. Mizuki. I'm gonna put her in high B. I think I need more about her. I need more complexity to her character. I like her because she saves Hana, trying to give her something to do. She seems like a really great leader. But I'm looking for her. I'm looking for her quirk. And I haven't quite got her quirk yet. Like what she possibly is dealing with that she's not. She's obviously hiding something. She's too positive not to be hiding something. And I'm just waiting for that moment to get into that. My Tsundere. She's not S tier, but my gosh, An is probably the most interesting character in the show so far. In this last episode, finally got into her. And I feel like we haven't even scratched the surface with her because we haven't even gotten to her friend yet. So I'm super hoping they deliver on that as well. But this last episode was super good. And also, I think they're all A tier. Well, I mean, the show's an S tier, so that's probably up there for it. But I don't know. At this point, I'm getting to the point now with that show where we're almost halfway through it, and I'm kind of afraid that we're not going to get. I'm hoping we get another season of it, which sucks because that means that Bind isn't going to be doing Onimai again. They're going to keep doing Flower and Asura and not Onimai. But it's fine. I like the show. Now that I'm liking the fact that I like Flower and Asura because it's offsetting the fact that I was super disappointed that we're not getting another Onimai. Because obviously if they're doing something else, they're not doing Onimai. Thirsty for Literature Girl is A just for being thirsty for literature. Oh, okay. Are you talking about her? The super hentai literature person. Not thirsty. She's a hentai literature girl. Yeah, that was a bit of a downer for me. The literature thirsting was a little bit of a downer for me. That was like, I'm fine with this girl. She's kind of there. She's like the very kind of cool big sis type off to the side. Every now and then stepping in to say something. And then she goes like super bad thirsty for a book. And I'm like, Oh, she's one of those types. She's like she's like a classical Fujoshi or something. Girl went super thirsty, crazy eyes. She's not bad though. She's not bad. She's in B territory. Ben will tease us with the same way Orange teases us with Illustrious. They'll just keep selling merch and talking about their sales charts and stuff like that, and they'll just never do it. Illustrious is so great. We're just never gonna make another one. We're too busy getting that Trigun money. We gotta get that Trigun money. I really do feel at this point that I'm assuming Land Illustrious was just not profitable at all. I mean, it feels like it put him on the map, right? Because I don't think I ever really paid attention to Orange until Land Illustrious. And that was, at least for the West, was something that caught a lot of people's attention that were very much so enthusiasts to the art of anime. And not just sticking with the shonens. Cat Girls beat Miko? Is it Miko, right? Mika? Mika? I don't remember. She needs to be in the show more. Thankfully, this last episode, she was in it quite a bit. I think she's cute. Tan girl, athletic, tom girl, still has a cuteness to herself. Like she's an athletic tomboy character, but she's like not like going for the masculine thing, which I like. She still wants to be cute. Orange did Dimension W and stuff, but it wasn't full CGI. They were co-pro on Dimension W, weren't they? Because there was another studio involved with that. That wasn't just Orange, was it? I think there was a main studio for that. The manga is finished now? Yeah, it is. Which, again, isn't a death knell these days. Like, it used to be anime was just promotion for the source material. So typically whenever you heard that a series was ending, that meant that they would never make another series. But there's a lot more now where there's cases of them seeing profit in just the anime. So we don't have to fully... It's not a death knell that a source material is finished now, which is nice. Yeah, the work they put into pre-production with Land Illustrious was insane. Like, absolutely insane. Which is what always kind of, I think for me and a lot of other people, kind of made us assume that they would have more seasons, is the fact that they would have to recoup the loss, if there was any loss there. There was a lot of money that was put into that. I mean, they have, unless it's like a Final Fantasy VII situation where it's like, you know, they make the thing and it's incredible, and then they dump the drive and all the assets are lost. I mean, you would think you want to use those assets that you put all the damn effort into. At the same time, they could have advanced their technology so much they don't want to use that old stuff. Like, comparatively to what they have now. What's up, Yusuf? Hope you're doing well. Gotta finish Beastars. It was super good. Beastars super good. Get on that. Get on that. Ishida characters. I've never liked her. And it's really because what she's doing with Tia, whatever. I really don't like her. I think her character's fascinating. Like, there's like this struggle that I have where I don't like this character, but I like their story. I really don't like them as a person, but I like their story. I'm gonna put her in B. Like, she's a mental struggle for me. I'm gonna put her right in the middle. She's a mental struggle for me. I don't like her, but I like her. She's definitely one of the most fascinating characters of the show so far, because she's been around for so much of the story. Honestly, we need a second season of Dimension W. Yeah, it had a crappy end, and that was one of my main criticisms of Dimension W, was it just had a crappy end. It had great style, but that later arc sucked. 03 Hertz is credited for Mal along with Orange for Dimension W. Yeah, I knew there was another studio that was involved with it. This was one studio that was doing mostly a lot of the 2D stuff. Of course, there wasn't like too much CGI in that show. The little homunculus, she's cute. I'd like to have her in my pocket. Little homunculus girl that's hiding in your pocket. Not like super into her yet. But she's cute. Cute and small. Cute and small. Give me 1 second. All right, sorry. My the cold was catching up to me. Had to go clear some stuff out. Anyways, I got an email from Nvidia, guys. They want me to test out their new graphics card. That's crazy cool, guys. I'm that big that Nvidia is contacting me. They're using an email address from azek.sk, so I don't know if it's legit. Good scam though. If you want to get a hold of content creators and scam them, saying you're Nvidia that wants to give you a 5090 is a pretty damn good way of doing it. Oh no, my YouTube chat broke. We're still streaming, right? Yeah, it's still going. Okay. Never mind. Dude, I am like the wizard when it comes to dealing with scammers. Like, it's so funny the crap that I get now. It's like 30,000 was the mark. I honestly think 30,000 is the mark, and suddenly everybody's contacting me, and it's like 98% scammers that are, for me anyways, like super freaking obvious, and then like the rest is like for companies that I really don't really. It's a mixture between like I don't really find the value of it versus my audience to be a good fit. And then the other side is like companies that like I just don't really want to do business with you. Like, people probably seen popping up on feeds here recently. Everybody's talking about that gacha game that has like a bunch of rip-off characters from different shonens, like Chainsaw Man and stuff like that, they contacted me a long time ago, and I was like, they really? Because I knew that if I did a video for them, I'm just gonna laugh at your product, dude. Because you're just gonna get sued into the ground in no time. Like, you got One Piece characters and stuff, you're gonna get sued in the ground so freaking. I'm surprised it's still alive at this point. So they must be like in some region where they're not getting touched. But I mean, they're publishing in states and stuff like that. They could easily get attacked. Or it's things like BetterHelp. I haven't looked in BetterHelp in a long time, but they were stirred in some pretty bad controversy at some point. And it's like, I mean, if a company like Raid Shadow Legends contact me, which they have, but it's typically like an affiliate thing where you play the game and then you use this code and then you get paid per people that play the game for like 100 hours. It's like that kind of stuff is that's just free advertisement for them. They know full well that most people that are going to play the game based on my recommendation for that long is going to be very minuscule, and they make their money to pay me. So it's kind of a win-win for them and a and a waste of time for me and my viewers. But there's others, but I'd still be fine to do it as just a straight paid, because most people know what Raid Shadow Legends is. Like, I'm not gonna fool anybody. You know what it is. You're gonna play it. It's free money right there. But then there's other things like with the BetterHelp situations. Like, this is something that I'm going to be selling to people that are in a bad place, and if I don't fully 100% trust it, even without the controversy, if I don't fully trust it, I feel very afraid of recommending something like that. So get asked for BetterHelp, I just skip over them. Yeah, I'm assuming they've fixed things, but I don't know enough to really say. I hope they've fixed it. That's my thing. I hope they've fixed things. Anyways, that was a total side tangent. Getting to the best girl. Now Toyama once again. Currently, I really like Tia. I really like World's Words. Like, she is literally the most interesting character, which sucks that she's not around anymore right now. And sadly, the other best girl of first season may never ever be around again, which sucks. But I really like Obsidian Eyes. Like, my gosh, now Toyama, she's hot. I would allow her to infect me any day. I would serve her. She's great. It feels like they're placing her in a spot where she's gonna be very predominant, which is great, because again, now Toyama, she sells the character like full. If I'm that invested in the character already, they chose right with her. I want more of her. I haven't watched yesterday's episode, so no spoilers. Ton of S tier, I agree with at least. Damn, those D placements are harsh. It's like a mixture of like I don't care and just you don't really do much for the show at all but ruin it kind of stuff. All right, this live stream is taking a lot of my RAM somehow. Gotta go, trillion game time. Sorry for taking all of your RAM. It takes a bit to process my big self. Sorry. Take care, though. She said kind of looks like and acts like my user picture. She is the best girl. The old lady, okay, like a nice tie-in with the first episode and all that kind of stuff, but at the same time, don't really have too much attachment with old granny. She's kind of done a lot of bad things. See, I guess. Old granny can go and see. I really don't like her robot. I really don't like her robot, and I think that's probably the big reason why I don't like her too much. The characters from the waifu tree show, I don't really care. She's cute, but I don't care. I want to like her, but she's kind of annoying. She's kind of growing on me, though, so she'll come out of D tier. I don't know. Literally just seen her. Lemon soda. Lemon soda. I like her and I want to root for her, but she's kind of like Mia, where I get kind of frustrated. At some point, it's like it's also kind of hard to watch. She's like B tier. I like her friend. I'll put her friend with her as well. Her friend's nice. Samari in C. She's great. Equal to Kana, I'd say, though. Less relevant. The Dr. Stone characters. I think I got all the Dr. Stone characters. I think I did. That are currently like... Well, there's other ones, but I have really nothing to say. She's always been best girl for me. She's always been best girl. This picture... I know that's her outfit, but damn, the manga... God, you know what they were doing with the manga with this character. She's fine. I put her in B. I didn't get all the other characters because there's too many damn characters in Dr. Stone. The Magic Maker girls, Edis Greyrat. Edis Greyrat is literally the only character that I like of the show. Edis Greyrat in Magic Maker is literally the only reason I like the show. My heart breaks for her. I want to root for her. It's not a great show though, so I'm gonna put her in B. She's 100% Edis Greyrat. The Seiyu personality from a noble family, learning the sword. We know what you're doing, Magic Maker. We know what you're doing, Studio, for getting that Seiyu. Good on you for pulling that off. The girl from the village, I don't really care. She's fine. I'll put her in C. Grace. They sometimes say it takes best boy to make best girl. Grace is way up there for me. She is a very she's a very fun character. I'll put an A probably right there. Grace goes in A. I really like his character. He's a lot of freaking fun. I'm glad the show recently went in the direction that I was kind of expecting it to go, in a way that actually felt good. Like, I kind of had my expectations of going kind of the least a lot route, but they're technically doing a little bit more with it that I do like. So it was a good little twist there. Grace is S tier. S for S tier dad. He is an S tier dad, yes, but we're talking about Grace. We're talking about Grace. Best dad of the season. He's like personified in Grace and being just a good dad. Is discount Roxy best girl? We haven't gotten to her yet. Yeah, she's kind of like a little B for me. Pretty much all the side characters of that show are kind of just there to accent him. They're not really that important. Like, just like the maid, they're just kind of there to be cute. The maid gets a little bit more because it's a cat girl, so she kind of gets a little bit of a boost, but they're just kind of there to look cute and accent him. But Grace is the dad. It's the same tier. Not really. Not real. They don't know that. They don't know that. I want to protect the cat girl. She has a pot. She breaks the pot and she has a pot. Mao Mao. Is there a doubt? Probably. Yeah, she'd easily right now. Currently with the current list, she's going to go top. Mao Mao is easily best girl currently that we've gotten to the list. We still got more to go through, but currently she is top tier, S tier. Mao Mao's got the personality. She's mischievous. She's got the sense of justice in there. She got the obsessions that makes her really super cute. Freckles of the year. Well, I got a bit of news for you. Got a little bit of news for you. Song requests? I can't do song requests on here. I don't know why it's still on the list. I can't do song requests because I'm on YouTube. Sorry. But appreciate it. Good girl, not great waifu though. I would hang out with her any day. Like, she would be so much fun to hang out with. Lihua hasn't had too much of a presence this season, which really does suck, but she was technically like my favorite character, or my favorite story. Refund, please. I don't know how to read fun on here. She's like easily like my #1 favorite character of the first season for stories. Like her story was super, super good. Gyokyo, thankfully she's gotten plenty of presents. She's easily up in the S tier as well. I think pretty much all, no, not really. I was gonna say I think all the characters of this show are like S tier. Not really. Lolan, I think is her name. We didn't even. I just did the hydrate. You want me to? Lolan, I have a feeling we're gonna get into here soon, but I've been waiting for something for her. You know, they were actually specifying what songs they want. I hope we get into her character, but right now she's just kind of there. I'll put her in B. She had much chance. Yeah, we just really had her whole like meeting, having the meeting for how to make the emperor happy. She was in the meeting with the meeting for the how to make the emperor happy and being tsundere. Who is girl she is of pudding? Who is she? Should Lolan from Apothecary Diaries. Is Granny now S tier because we know she's the moon spirit, the goddess that what was it? That sprinkles pearls or something like that. Sheds pearls. Was Granny doing in best girl list? Cause she's best girl. I put her probably like in the A tier. I like her. She's kind of I'll put an S tier. She's kind of in that category of like, she's rough, but girl's been through so much. She kind of knows how to get around things and has dealt with a lot of crap in her life. So she's got the wisdom there that kind of says, I know how to handle the situation. I'm going to handle it. It's not going to be pretty, but it's going to be handled. I do like her. There's a lot in the past whole story, but there's like an understanding there as well. It's kind of like the whole mom from Medalist, where it's like, I kind of wish that she handled things differently, but you get why she did what she did. And again, I think it's a lot of experience with dealing with certain people. So she's complicated. She's super complicated. She'd be a fun one to hang out with. There's a lot of these characters where it's like, I would just love to hang out with Mao Mao. I would love to hang out with her. She would just be so interesting. Hongyeon, I think her name is. Gyokyo's main lady in waiting. Another one that I need more of. Like, there's a little bit of a question mark here recently, but it doesn't seem like it wants to get into it yet. But yeah, she's fine. Blanking on her name. Another Gyokyo's lady in waiting. I like her a bit more than Hanyan for sure. I'll put her in A. She's goofy. She's a little bit immature. Shisui, haven't really gotten too much into her yet. She likes to eat spiders, which it's like, yeah, like I'm okay. Spiders, that's right. She eats spiders. That's right. I forgot she eats spiders. Let's put her away down. Who eats spiders? Oh my gosh. Just thinking about it makes me sick. I mean, you're in a setting like that. I mean, you're stuck in a rear palace. I mean, you get bored. You get bored, I guess. I mean, what else? You don't get paid much. You get bored. You draw insects, and every now and then you just eat spiders. You just eat spiders. Spider-Man's greatest foe. That we're not gonna go there. We're gonna stay away from that. Is she Australian? Damn Aussies. Because all Australians fight dingoes for their children and eat spiders, right? And kickbox with kangaroos. It's all just protein. Shut up. I'll put her B still. She's still cute. God, what was her name? I'm blanking on her name. Damn it. Damn it. She was the one I was most interested in the first season, too. She's... my heart breaks for this girl. I really do... Is it Lishu? Yeah, Lishu. I want more of her character. She got a little bit of a spotlight in Season 1. Not really doing much with her in Season 2 yet. I'm going to put her in high A. She's not S tier quite yet. Need more of her. But I am very interested by her story. The idea of, like, her being a part of the previous emperor, leaving, and then kind of coming back in. I think there's something there, and I'm really interested when they finally get into it. Why she was called back. If I'm not drunk, you need a lucky. I love you. Your nerves are lucky. I love you. Take it easy. Take it easy there, Bo. Zolan is still S. S for sweet. Yeah, she's got Tama Seiyu. She's got Fopta Seiyu going on. She's got the cuteness for sure. I like that they're giving her more attention this season because I really do feel like with the first season she's just there whenever Mao Mao is just chilling and trying to think about a situation. She adds like a little bit of rumor gossip and whatever, but now they're actually like getting her involved with the whole aspect of them learning to read and write. I do like her character. I'll put her right next to Lishu. There's so many good freaking characters in Apothecary Diaries. There's so many good characters in Apothecary Diaries. We're done though. We're done with Apothecary Diaries. Sadly no Edo, because Sheldo's not there anymore. I think that's all of them. I mean, yeah, you have all the ladies at the brothel and all that kind of stuff, or the pleasure district, but again, not too much presence in this episode or this season so far. Posture check? Dude, I don't have a problem with posture check because I'm in a nice chair now. I upgraded my chair last year because I needed write-offs, and it took me a while to get used to it, but I really like it. I can do the whole laying down thing. I could do the laying down thing and not ruin my posture. The only thing that sucks about this chair is I had to buy a freaking headrest because they don't have freaking headrests. Where's Jinshi for best moon fairy? Jinshi would go in A tier. I still find Jinshi to be an absolute creeper. Like, we were discussing this when me and Chris were talking about Apothecary Diaries, and there's an aspect where I don't know, maybe it was last week. Maybe it was last week that we were talking about together on the live stream. The thing I like about Apothecary Diaries is that it feels like it's obvious that Mao Mao gets with Jinshi, but at the same time, I don't feel it. And I think it's purposely done. I really do find Jinshi to be a creep. And, but he's kind of like childish creep. Like, I don't think he's purposely trying to be a creep, but he's just a creep. And so I like the fact that I feel the same way Mao Mao does whenever she gets creeped out by him, but he's not to the levels where I'm offended by him. And so it kind of works to really allow the writer to do something incredible with Jinshi. Like, if they deliver on selling me on Jinshi eventually, and they could not, I'm perfectly fine with them not. Just not have them be in a relationship. It's perfectly fine. I think they could really nail it if they do. I trust him. What's up, Cheto? Hope you're doing well. I need to replace a bit of lets me chair go all the way up and down. Dude, I hate those hydraulic thing, dude. I hate them. I hate them so much. He's a Bishonen trope, so it's understandable. Yeah. Yeah. I think the show's not relying too much on tropes, though. I like that, too. I love Mamo. Shiv responds to Jinshi, right? Exactly. It's like, I feel you, girl. I feel you. I've been watching season 2. So many new shows. Dude, get on it. Get on it. Get on it. Don't get behind. You'll get too far behind, and then later on you're gonna go, oh man, I got a whole season to get out. I have too many people that say that. Just do it. Don't get behind. I do it too. Anyways, the Elphason Elphason, she's cute. She's cute. I think mid B is fine. She's got cuteness. The dragon, I've only seen her once. She was fine in that one episode. I kind of liked her introduction a lot, but shrug after that. Too far behind, just leave me. Don't look back. No, we won't lose you. Get caught up. We're not gonna leave you behind. It's better without either. But Jinshi wanted to happen. Oh, Jinshi wants it to happen. No, I like the fact that even without Jinshi in the show completely, the show's just as equally as good as it is before. The writer has done a really good job of making the show perfectly function without having people in it. Like, you could, yeah, technically I wasn't liking Apothecary Diaries as much when she wasn't in the Rear Palace and wasn't around like Gyokyo and Ado and Lolin and Gyokyo. Did I say Gyokyo twice? Anyways, along with the consorts, I didn't like it as much when it wasn't into that stuff, but the show does really well, or the story does really well in functioning without having to have like, oh, it has to have that character, otherwise it's boring. Like, it's not heavily reliant on a certain character. Like Roshidere. Roshidere wasn't as good unless Masha or Yuki's in the show. That was a sad reality. The writer put so much work into like those two characters being very entertaining. Elf in Japan is easily an S. She's cute. She's cute. Take a B. B for, I don't know, barbecue. B for barbecue. She likes barbecue. Has she done barbecue yet? I don't know. Anyways, guild receptionist. The Aoi Koga girl. Koga's Seiyu right here. She's dorky. She girl, I think what makes me like this character so much is she has no filters. Like, this girl just doesn't know when to shut up. She doesn't read the room. She's a Cliff character. She doesn't know how to read the room. And she has an S tier Seiyu. I think they blew all the budget on her Seiyu. Like, her Seiyu and let me say, like, both of their Seiyus are S. Well, Koga's like a A, maybe single S tier Seiyu. Rie Takahashi is like literally probably one of the most expensive Seiyus. And I think she was a big Seiyu too. So they just blew the entire budget on the Seiyu and the OP. Like, Guild Reception, they blew the budget on these Seiyus and the OP. And so that's why the show overall is kind of like, for Cloverworks levels, is like okay. Like, they're not trying to push the budget in the animation at all. Rie Takahashi, dude, with how much she's carrying this show, yes, it was worth it because they can have the show not look good and it would still sell because she's amazing at this. She's the character. Anyways, she's cute. I like her. She definitely adds to the comedy really well. The one that's obsessed with the executioner, she's cute. I like her. She kind of go right next to her. I think they're kind of in the same area. They do well enough. But yes, obviously, Rie Takahashi, the character Rie Takahashi of Guild Receptionist, where does she go in S tier? She's obviously going in S tier. Ooh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. They duking it out. They duking it out. I think because Apothecary Diary is just, overall for me, legitimately just a better wrote show, I can't have her beat her. But that's a tough one between the two of them. I think we're going to like that, yeah. I didn't move her over earlier. I think that's where I place it. I mean, with Emilia, it's kind of difficult. I hate ranking within a rank. I hate ranking within a rank because then it turns into a war between two characters. Would you think that Emilia is a less character than from a character from a stupid comedy? It's a toughie. I really do love her character though. Like, literally she sells the character. Rie Takahashi sells the character. She is the character. She embodies the character. I'm pretty sure there's probably a good chance that they are. I haven't checked the source material, but I'm assuming they probably have let her go off the cuff. Like I'm pretty sure she's probably ad-libbed quite a bit with that because she's taken it over. Yeah, Aoyuki. That is true. This is Aoyuki. I mean, this is Rie Takahashi too, so I mean, we're talking about two Rie Takahashis and an Aoyuki, so that is true that Aoyuki is technically up there for me. I mean, we have some Naotoyama over here. They're just duking it. We got Naotoyama, Rie Takahashi's doubling up, and a Aoyuki just duking it out up here. Yes, I fully acknowledge that sometimes a seiyuu alone can do it for me. That's why I don't watch English dub much. Apollo, thanks for the membership. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for your support. Better than Emilia, in my opinion, for sure. Best seiyuu / girl. And not joking, I'd love to see the Mamo and Ameku team up. That actually does sound very interesting. I would actually like a crossover like that. I think that'd be a lot of fun. That would be a cool crossover. That's why we didn't get Tanya's second season yet, because Aoyuki is expensive. I know Aoyuki is up there, but I don't think she's that high up there. I mean, let me double check. Cause she's still not very prominent. Like compared to a lot of other seiyus, she's not that prominent. She's the one that I can't search for Aoyuki, is it? Yeah. Damn it. Yeah, she's on Madoka's Magica's. She's probably stuck working on Madoka Magica if they ever decide to release that. Yeah, like she's Kia in Ishura, by the way. That's the other reason why I liked Kia's character. She does Mao Mao. She literally was the entire budget of Sumisho. She does Froppy. Obviously does Capella. Was working as Pascal, but that was already kind of a pre-established seiyuu for Nier. But other than that, like, she's not very big. She's not like a. The reason why I say that is she doesn't typically voice like main roles. Yes, she's a very beloved and very distinct seiyuu, but she doesn't really do main roles much. Froppy from My Hero Academia is probably her biggest role besides Madoka Magica, and Madoka Magica was kind of like a smash hit. Like, what other main roles does she do? She did Biwa from Hike Story. I think she's liked, but I don't know that she's like what you would think is like a Rie Takahashi. Like, they like Rie Takahashi because she is outgoing. She's somebody that she sells herself. She does shows and whatnot and really sells herself. I don't think Aoyuki, as much as I love her, is that out there. It was a joke, obviously. What anime is Tanya? Are we taking jabs? Are we taking jabs? Are we taking jabs? Is that intentional jabs? I like her performance in Romantic Killer. Yeah, it was fantastic. And that sucked because I think the English dub in Romantic Killer was actually good. But I couldn't watch it because Aoyuki. It's a lot of roles. I mean, comparatively though, it's not that many. And like I said before, it's not really necessarily main roles. Like they don't buy her for main roles. Which sucks because as you see with Apothecary Diaries, she's super good. She's just got a very distinct voice that doesn't really fit a lot of characters. That's really the problem. When she has a role that she can fit in, she's perfect. She just perfectly fits in there. Yeah, she was fantastic in Spire So What. Sadly, Spire So What had a crappy budget. She carried Spire So What. That was like a Ria Takahashi situation with this. She carries this. Ria Takahashi carries this. With So Spire So What, she carried that show. Anyways. Side tangent. Close this. What are we doing? Oh, we just talked about the guild mistress. Okay. So not Edis, not Sylphie, not Roxy, and the not Mushoku Tensei ripoff show. I mean, to be truthful, I think I talked about this last week, but yes, they're obviously going for Mushoku Tensei 3 Wives right here. They're obviously going for Rudius's harem right here. But truth be told, the only character that's somewhat like the actual character of Mushoku Tensei is the Roxy wannabe. Because she's a mage. She's supposedly not young, even though she looks young. She's the oldest out of all of them, even though she looks the youngest. Other than that, these two, this is not Edis besides red hair and having a sword. And she definitely is like a ranger character, not Sylphie. The young-looking hag. Came back in time just for Nene. Aoi carries everything. She's amazing. She is, yes. She's like literally up there. I really want to do a tier list / top seiyus list. Which would be very difficult for me, honestly, because I do have a lot of older shows that I have watched that I really do this love the voices back then. Will admit that a lot of the older shows that I watched, a lot of it was English only because they released on television or whatever. But like just a straight Japanese seiyus and whatnot, that'd be a very difficult list for me to do because, I mean, just off the top of my head, Aoi Koga, Aoi Yuki, Nao Toyama, Kenjo Suda, Ria Takahashi. The list goes on. It'd be a very difficult list. Sadly, I think only one male character is going to be in the list, and that's there'd be only one male character in the list, and that's my man crush Seiyu. But it'd be a fun list to put together. Like here recently, Kanane Seiyu has been popping in my brain a lot. Really love her too. I think it'd be a fun list to go through because there's a fun argument to be made like. And we've had this discussion on the Discord several times. I do love this funny thought process that a lot of people that do English dub only, the argument that they have is that the reason that they do English dub is that they feel like the Japanese sound all the same. And for me, equally, if I listen to English dubs, it sounds like they all sound the same. And I want to say that back when I first started getting into Japanese dubs with subtitles, I had the same feeling that a lot of it sounded samey. But I've gotten to the point now where, yeah, I'm watching the show, I'm like, oh, that's this. And a lot of times I won't guess who the name is, but there's a lot of cases where I'll hear somebody and go, oh, that's Karane from... I typically would I mean, that's like what I was talking about earlier with her, she's Fopta. She's / Tama. Like I'll often name the Seiyu after whoever their Seiyu is, or that they've been a Seiyu for. This is Gushing Over Magical Girls Utena. Like I don't recall the name of the person, so I just kind of go with it. I'm totally like pointing at characters on this damn screen. Nobody sees it. She's literally Fopta Tama / she's Gushing Over Magical Girls Utena. Like I'll sometimes just name the character, but I've gotten to that point now where I know these voices, and so they become like part of the experience, which is something that I think is obviously something that happens in Japan. Again, Rei Takahashi sells a show. You say, I haven't gotten to yet, which I'm going to be doing here probably next week. Going through like top rankings charts in Japan. I'm 75% sure that there's wherever Guild Receptionist is currently airing, if it's stream or whatever, in Japan, I bet Guild Receptionist is going to be very much so up there just because of Ria Takahashi. Like, she's going to sell that show. She sells shows. Like, even if her name on there doesn't make people immediately go there, she's going to be doing materials, she's going to be doing shows and whatnot, dressing up like her, I'm sure. She's going to sell the show. Like, you don't understand sounds the same until you learn the... yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true, like inflections and whatnot, uniquenesses of them. Because in a lot of often cases, you're just going to be hearing a different language rather than hear how it's spoken. So that definitely makes sense. That makes sense. But yeah, I've gotten to the point now where, like, I can tell the differences between every single Seiyu and how they talk. And again, a lot of that has to do with inflections and whatnot. And now I'm at the point now where when I listen to an English dub, they all sound the same to me. They all sound like a 30 or 40-year-old woman trying to sound like a 16-year-old or a 12-year-old. Like, it just doesn't work for me. And that's partly why I don't like to listen to English dubs as much, is because that's all I can hear. I can't hear. Japanese females are, their culture, they like to be cute. Their culture is prone to them liking to sound cute, whereas we don't really have that much over here. It's actually looked down upon sounding. It's frowned upon trying to sound cute, whereas over there it's a culture. Like any language, someone not knowing it. Yeah, Andrew, have you heard of Alina's English VA? Haven't yet. No, I really think she's pulling the performance from cute to frustrated. And that's really what's going to sell it. So if she's doing that, that's good. A lot of English VAs sound the same because they are the same. True. I wasn't going to go there, but yes, technically true. Especially back like to the Funimation days, and I think that's kind of transferred over to Crunchyroll. Which really sucked for me because there was a lot of stuff around the controversy around Vic. When that whole thing happened, I seen a lot of really nasty audio clips and stuff like that coming out from the studio itself. No matter if you agree with everything around Vic or not, it was just the stuff that was coming out of the studio at the time really made me not like the studio. And so that's kind of carried over to a lot of their predominant seiyus at the time, or voice actors or voice actresses at the time. And that doesn't help either. Your country can't take cuteness. It sucks. I mean, it's growing, especially with the new generation and online streamers and whatnot. But that's creating that's creating a whole different problem. That's creating a whole different problem. It's creating the simp culture and stuff like that. Anyways, who else? We're doing not Edis. I don't really care. She's fine. Put her in C. She's kind of nothing. I kind of like her because Roxy, but she's also not really that interesting comparatively to a lot of these other characters. Like a Lobie. The not Roxy's like a Lobie. She's milking a little bit of that pre-established Roxyism, but she can't quite grab a hold of it completely. You always think it cringe or something. They just don't like it. And yeah, that was always like the bother that I have with a lot of people that I've talked to in my life, like at work and whatnot, where they're like, "Oh, is that show?" They always sound like. I'm like, dude, you do realize how like extremely racist that sounds, right? My dad did it too. I had that problem with my dad too. My dad would make fun of like how characters sounds. If like I'm watching something and he overhears it or something like that when I was younger, I was like, Dad, you can't talk. It sounds extremely this is how they talk. Like, that sounds extremely racist. Stop. Like, in private, people make the worst offensive jokes ever, and it's not like I would go out to report everything like that to society, but it's like, chill. Like, you do realize how bad that sounds when you're making fun of how they talk. It's literally how they talk. It's fun. It's fun. It was fun stuff. I got him into quite a bit. It was mostly like anime style games like Valkyria Chronicles and stuff like that, but it had to be on English settings, sadly. This is the second day in a row my dad was not, but yes, I get the joke there. I get the joke there. He just likes to make fun of how they talk. I didn't like fully commit to the idea that, yeah, it just said it sounds like it. I just said it sounds like it. My dad was the type of person that he would take the shirt off his back if he's seen somebody of a different race that didn't have a shirt on. To be truthful, he's the one that would give him whatever clothes he has. That's the type of man he was. He's a very good man. Funimation had it probably, but the dub back then was fun. Any parent? No, because I don't care. That's really what it is. It's like when it comes down to it, dude give his shirt off his back in a split second without even thinking. But yeah, he was of a generation that didn't mind making a joke like that, and I make it too. You watch past episode 1, all of them S tier. Which ones? What are we talking about? Anyways, Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. She's great. Is she S tier though? Is she S tier? I think she is. I just love her. I just love her personality. She's way too cute. I love her. Yeah, not a hateful man, but sure knows how to crack a funny one now and then, right? Her, I don't know. Was it Aoi or something like that? I think her name was Aoi. I know it was like a flip of the other guy. It always tricks the hell out of me. I think she's like in the mid B area. Her bestest friend. This little frickin' runt can go and frickin' this little I'm trying to think about an offensive but not extremely offensive thing to this little hold on a second. I have this. This little needs to go on the D tier. This little snot right here. No, she's not that bad. She's not that bad. She just did something that she didn't really think that she was gonna do. She did something really bad that she didn't think that she was gonna do. She gets sympathy points for me. With the fat ankles, she cute. I like it. I don't know why they're so bad on it. Like there's like this whole like what was it it's the tulip or something like that. Not radish. What do they keep referencing? I keep forgetting. It's that stupid like long carrot looking thing. I forget. They keep dogging on it. And I'm like, it's cute. Why are they so like dogging on it? It's cute. The designs in radish. The designs in Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. Every time I watch an episode, Earthly, if he's here still, he might be hearing. Every time I watch an episode of Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, after the episode, I always say I want more shows like this. I want more shows in this style. I think it's super unique and I love it. Reddits. I can't believe you said Reddits. Desmond, I can't believe you said Reddits. You've been you've been brainwashed. You've been brainwashed. The anyone is notorious for the heavy gatekeeping. Oh, you guys are still talking about that. Is good looking show. Yeah, it is. I love the style. It's what drew me in. Yeah, it's really what drew me in too. Even when the show's not really working story wise, telling wise, I still just love how it looks. Controversial take: dub for Monogatari series would not be worse than reading subs for people who don't get anything from the Japanese dialogue. Yeah, I don't think it would be that bad. I don't think it would be that bad. There's a lot of wordplay stuff in there that's going to be missed, obviously, but that's always the case with everything. Like wordplay and stuff like that always gets lost. It's nothing new. I think if a talented writer handles it, they can still easily get around it and still get the same context. And that would be perfectly fine with me. And it'd be better it'd be better to do it and lose some context than never do it and nobody gets to experience it. Because I know there's a lot of people that, you know, have disabilities and whatnot, just that literally cannot watch subtitles. And that's why I've always been a big supporter of, even if I'm not a fan of listening to English dubs, I want it to exist. And shoot, someday, I mean, y'all see it right here. Y'all see it right here. One of these days, I'm probably not going to be able to read subtitles either. I won't be able to read the chat. We'll have to make the entire chat text to speech, and I probably won't be able to stream on YouTube because bad chatters. They're making a manga of... I heard the manga wasn't that great. I thought they were shutting it down or something like that, or they closed it already. I don't remember exactly what I heard about it, but I heard that it was either not doing well or wasn't good or something. Anyways, we're finally to the moment that everybody was actually waiting for. The moment that everybody was here for. The moment I go through this one, everybody can leave. Yes, the 100 girlfriends who really, 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 really love you. That has not to 100 girlfriends yet. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 7, 8, 9. We're at 9 girlfriends so far. We're not to 100 yet, but we're almost to the 10% point. We're at the 10% point. So, Shizuka. What is everybody's thoughts on Shizuka? I want a ranking from everybody on each one of these. The manga is in the manga. Yeah, something about it being off. There's 27 volumes, Monogatari manga. The manga is at 27 volumes already? Holy crap. They're cooking that one out. Yeah, I do want to get the... Yeah, eventually we'll have the Neuralink stuff, and I don't have to worry. So I gotta hold out until then. I gotta hold out until Neuralink. Oh, he has one of the smartest localizations ever. When Yuki wakes up on top of the brother. The way they swap between Ian and JP in the dialogue. I understood the change. It was still cringy. She's supposed to be cringy, though. Yeah, I'm not gonna... I talked the whole topic to death. I'm not gonna get into it yet. Shizuka, y'all, let's see. Sujodana is the only one that I would probably say is offensively wrong. Shizuka easily up here. I put it right here. I put Shizuka right here. Shizuka must be protected. Shizuka is the adorablest, most cutest thing ever, and I love her to death. Now we're not doing all S. We're not doing all yes. Karane. Karane, where are we putting Karane? Yeah, the English was Japanese and the Japanese was English. And I mean that's it's kind of one of those moments where it kind of loses its context, but I get what they're doing kind of thing. Again, I didn't argue against it. The Red Tech Engineer, thank you for the $5. I appreciate the support. Thank you. Looking at the bet, locking in the bet that overall best girl will have blue hair. We'll see. I don't know. I don't think, just not really looking at what else is up. I don't think that's gonna be the case. It typically is, though. You're not wrong. It typically is. Karane is at least A. What the fan art? Kick him out. Time out. What the fan art? Karane B tier. Dutch is definitely getting banned. Shizuka is on protective head pats watch. Actually, A for her. Ban. Good morning, my brother. That's not a ranking. S tier. Karane is S tier. Karane is best girl. Karane is 100% best girl of 100 girlfriends right now. She and Shizuka is the pair right here. That's why I was like super into the idea of them having a body swap. Season 3 win. For 100 Girlfriends, we're still watching the show. Are you... Oh, I wouldn't mind them to announce a season 3 already. Nano. I was okay with Nano. I was okay with Nano for the longest time. And then she went after Shizuka. Which, again, I acknowledge is fully within logical thinking that Nano does. But she went from like I'm like an A tier with Nano. She's easily probably the least she's close to the lowest of all the girls in 100 Girlfriends. Like I could probably make a whole tier list for them itself. She's like way down on the list of all for current list of girls. But the moment she went after Shizuka, she like plummeted. And she bullying my Shizuka. I wanted to bring her down like way down. I'm not gonna do that though. I'm not gonna do that. She definitely got some impact from that though. That was a bad move. She has had some really good moments. Nano has had some really good moments. And I typically don't like archetypes like her. The cool Kudere type. I don't typically like her archetype, but she has grown on me. She has her moments. There is a list for the Rento family, though. Like a separate list. I can see that. But it's going to have characters in I don't want to see yet. I like Kusiri a lot. She's, like, super fun. I love, like, how she breaks things. But she's not, like, up there as, like, one of my favorites. Like, I love what she does. But she's not way up there. I think that she's super cute, mischievous. So she's, like, right... She's like equal with Nano, I think. I think overall with Nano, she's very equal. She's very equal. It is funny though, because I thought when they first introduced her, I legit thought that her joke was going to be constantly going back and forth between lolly and like, you know, banger, like bodacious, thick, round. But they have not really shown her full form, like, really ever. Which, again, is to her story. She makes herself smaller so that she can see better and whatnot. But it's surprising that they don't have her in full form literally ever. Yeah, she's literally Washu. She is Washu. She's the greatest. She's Washu. She's a genius. Washu number one. Hooray for Washu. Yeah, I think I said this in a podcast once. Just for Washu alone, I want them to remake the original Tenchimoyo. Just so I can get some Washu merch. I miss Washu. If you don't love her lolly self, you don't deserve her elder self. If you don't love me, one of my smallest, if you don't like me, one of my smallest, you can't hit me one of my biggest. Is Cassidy secretly a god too? Could be. We need more Amazon for him. Yep. Nanoda. Anyways, Hahari. I truth be told, I don't typically like Hahari type characters. I don't typically dig the Hahari characters. I do like a good MILF, but I don't typically like Hahari characters. But similar again to literally everything else this show does and this writer does, I absolutely love her. Is she S tier yet though? That's a good question mark. I think she's high A. I think she's super high A for me. Like she's similar to Kusuri where she causes chaos, but she's got that love in there too. She's like a Kusuri but a little extra. She's Kusuri extra. Look at the MILF, the MILF lovers in the chat going crazy for Hahari. I didn't know that my chatters were so MILF filled. Like we got the MILF party up in here. I want to remake Tenchimoyo just to have more coherent story. Yeah, true. I mean, it wasn't that difficult to get. Past season 3 is kind of losing its charm. If you don't rank Hahari S, she'll get her security squad after you. Well, she can send her maid after me. Hakari, she is probably easily my least liked out of the entire harem. Like, she got the thick going on, but she ain't got really much else going on there. She's just kind of, she's a thirst bucket. She's like a I mean, she's the newest model of Hahari, but she lost all the goodnesses of Hahari. That's the problem. Like, Hahari spawned her, but didn't give her the skills. But Hakari is, I love Hakari, but I think she's easily like the least of the entire group. She's got some great fun though. A lot of fun around her. The MILF are underappreciated because the rarity used in romance, so having her as a girlfriend is a big step up. Yeah, I think that the nice thing about the series is that, like, Rentaro is actually a cool dude. Like, I've said this from episode 1. The reason why 100 Girlfriends works so well is because Rentaro is a likable character. Like, there's so many harems where the guy gets all the girls, and I don't really care much for the guy. He's either boring, self-insert, or in some cases, I just don't even like them. And I don't understand why the harem likes him. This is like a rare case where it works so well because I like him. I like the dude. I root for the dude. And so, yes, it facilitates the MILF aspect. It's more hilarious that it's... and it's more hilarious that they're related. They're blood related. Love how Hakari flirts. Yeah. She definitely... Hakari definitely adds thirst. And I mean, that's the whole point of her. Her archetype is thirst. She adds the thirst to the whole mix. And she kind of helps push the other ones to be thirst. Especially Kanane. Now, best couple of the series... Yeah. Like, this is my... Like, as much as I love Rentaro... This is my ship. It's not really a ship because it's there. I can't really even call it a ship because it's literally there. It literally is a thing. Kanane Hakari is a thing. Like, these two are married, and Shizuka is just kind of Shizuka's like the, I don't know, the mistress. And every now and then mom comes in the room and gives them something to wear. The LMC being boring, lame, uninteresting is the worst thing for a harem for me. Yeah. I mean, that's what kind of killed the harem genre for the longest time, is there was so much of it churning out, especially like in the early 2000s, and none of it was doing enough to kind of mix it up. Like, Love Hina was, like, really big at its time, but then, like, if you look back at Love Hina now, it's, like, it's super rote. Because they completely... I mean, it's just like Isekai right now. It's just, like, getting super bled. Outside of a harem having NTR. That's the great thing, is that you can't have a hit... I mean, well, you can have an NTR in a really bad direction with 100 Girlfriends, but thankfully, there's no issue with the girls being NTR from Rentaro. I like that's the other aspect that I do like about 100 Girlfriends, that it's already established that you can't really have the girls lose. Like, they're all winning. Like, all the girls are winning. You can't have like a situation like, you know, Blue Box or something like that where you know who's gonna lose. Hentai des. Ponce des. Where's my Ponce des? I have a Ponce one, don't I? There it is. They're hilarious when they... I love whenever, like, those moments where you have it. And it's only really had it between them two, right? I mean, yes, Hahari, but it's just like a... She just likes everything cute and wants to just have everything. But I don't think we really had anybody besides the two of them, like, thirst at each other. They like Nano.
Like, they show that little scene where they all, like, Doki Doki for Nano. But there's never... I don't think they've really had, like, a thirst thing besides them two. Which I hope they do more of that kind of stuff. I love it. Never see it as a positive to have a harem of girls in the past because of slapstick. Yeah. I mean, they like the conflict. And they don't like the commitment. Yeah, I can't stand Lohina because it's only been because it's only because the MC is so stupid and comically screwing up so hard to invest into it, and that was what they were going for, unfortunately. The announcer girl, she needs to be in the harem right now. Like, she needs to be in the harem right now. Like, damn, this girl was like in one episode, and she's freaking hot as hell. Like, she needs to be in the freaking harem already. Like, the manga has at the end of the volume, like, a brief shot of her. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, add her, like, now. Liliana thirsting over Priscilla was great, dude. It was so great. Just her Seiyu pull it off, too, so well. That's why 100 Girlfriends is one of my best examples that they can have a positive and more important. That was the great thing, because it was cool because 100 Girlfriends came after Girlfriend, and it was like, oh, damn, like, every problem I had with Girlfriend just got solved. Like, wow. Like how can you have something come out and completely destroy something else? Again, like I said back then, doesn't mean you can't like both. You can like Girlfriend and 100 Girlfriends. It's perfectly fine. But for me personally, it was like I liked Girlfriend, but I had issues with it. And then 100 Girlfriend came out and said, this is what you want. I'm like, yeah, all my problems are gone. Like, this is so perfect. It was like Girlfriend was like a setup. And then I went into the peak of it. Anyways, Meido. I think Meido's episode, she was super cute. Meido was super freaking cute. Let's see. I think she's just right under Nano for me. I'm sure I'm going to like her more as it goes on, but I think like currently with what we've done with Meido so far, she hasn't quite beat Nano for me. But she's like right there. I don't think she's beat Kusidi yet either. I'm gonna put her at the low end of it. She's above Hakari in the overall list, but she's just below Kusidi. Maybe she's above Kusidi. I would probably push her above Kusidi. No, below. Yeah, well, I'll leave it there. She's fighting with Kusidi. Meido's S tier. I like her puppy gestures. I do too. The wagon tail is great. She needs more screen time. Yeah, she's just got here. I mean, it's just like the Food Dede. It's gonna be the same issue with Food Dede. It's like she's just got here. She's probably like she's probably under Hakari. Like, she's probably at the bottom. But I'm sure over time I'm gonna like her. Like right now, Food Dede here has the problem with being a little bit too jarring. Like, she's a little bit too jarring yet. The whole situation with this recent episode kind of showed me that she kind of fits in the group really well. But I had a little bit of fear that she's going to be a little bit too jarring. Like, Karane, there's not enough characters that push against Rentaro. And I think that's what makes Karane so great. And I was kind of hoping that she'd do the same thing as being somebody that kind of pushes back and causes a little bit of a rift. But that can be annoying too. So I'm hoping that she fits in there better than just grumbling belly every time food gets brought up. Everybody else is kind of fit together really well and still feel kind of not repetitive. Whereas I'm afraid of her being repetitive. Like, her thing is to growl belly whenever something gets brought up. She just needs a snicker, yes. we need well, now that Meido's in the group, she'll just constantly be giving her food. That's what's gonna happen, is that you're gonna hear grumble noise and Meido gives her something to eat. That's what's gonna happen. I mean, it happened with the whole maid thing. It's like suddenly she runs to the picture and Hahari chucks a biscuit. What else? Is that it? Is that all the 100 girlfriends? So yeah, like I said before, technically, I'm gonna bring her back down here. Even though she does deserve to be next to be Karane, and they will together be forever together. I think if I wanted to put them in order, let's just bring them down here so I can do this. Because this is the important question that everybody has: is what's the order of these characters? Let me put somebody up here just to fix the line. If I remember to bring her back down. Let me bring them all up here so I can put them in order. Because this is the important question that I'm sure everybody is asking right now. What is your order, Andrew? There. Bring her over here. Right here. Here. This is tough. This is tough. Obviously, let me stop for a second here. Obviously, just like Rentro says, they are all winners. They are all winners. But we're doing this for the sake that it makes conflict and content. We're only doing this because it's conflict and content. Just like me ranking all of Mushoku Tensei novels. They're all S tier, they're all winners, but because we have to create conflict and content. Alright, so Karane versus Shizuka. Shizuka versus Hahari. Hahari versus Nano. Nano versus Kusuri. Yeah, I think I'm sticking with that. Kusuri versus Hakari. Yeah. 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 She's not even a girlfriend yet. She's not even a girlfriend. I'm debating it. She's freaking hot. I'm sorry. Plus, I admit that Earthly keeps sending me art of this character, so it's hard not to for her to be fresh in the mind. She's freaking hot. I'm sorry. I think that's where I'm putting it. I think I think that's my list right there. That's my rankings for the 100 girlfriends is right there. Akari number 1. Chat, rate this 100 girlfriends ranking. I was still finishing it. Shut up. Does it make 100 girlfriends tier already? I just did right there. That's the rankings. If these girls were on their own shows, they would dominate said shows. Most of them, yes. I agree that most of them, yeah. But I don't think they would really fit in other shows, to be perfectly honest, because they work together. The writer doesn't really put too much effort into making each one of them like super in-depth, but they balance each other so well. The writer is so good at balancing them. As the harem grows, we'll need pull and isn't like the manga up to like 35 now? Like it isn't that we're not getting anywhere close to 100. I wonder if the writer will give up at some point. I rank this a 10 out of 100. Well, screw you. You're all liars. You all don't know. You just don't know the wonders of Karane. Screw you all. Anyways, we're moving on. I'll leave him in that list. I need to bring her down, though. There you go. We'll leave them up there. I don't know. They're all A and S tier. It doesn't matter. Best Girl of Red Ranger. Best Girl of Red Ranger. She literally... I love the show overall, which is great. But I do really love her character. I think I'm going to put her in S. She's great. She reminds me of something. She's like, God damn, I can't place it. Like, she just carries the show, but the show itself still has a lot of, like, it doesn't need her, but she does technically carry it. Like, her reactions to the Red Ranger is just absolutely priceless. The princess girl, she's okay. She's okay. Like she's a good balance to the other group. I put her like in a high B. I'll use yours, Ian Villa, for that. Interesting. She's SSSSS. She's my favorite. I'm glad that my chatters are watching Red Ranger. I'm glad that my chatters are watching Red Ranger. The girls from Amagami Sister. I think both of them are probably gonna be in. I think I'll put her B tier. She's A tier, and then she's S tier. I think that's my easy ranking. I think that's probably still the same as I had before. I think my last tier list, I had the same rankings for them. Or it's like B, A, S. Amigami, they're all S tier. Yai is number 1. Yai is super freaking great. I'm actually surprised how much I like Yai. But yeah, you can't be Asahi, dude. You can't. Okay, I'm sorry. You just can't. I'm sorry. I do like the fact that this is one of those rare harems where, similar to 100 Girlfriends, I do really like all 3 of them. And again, I really do hope that the whole little dream sequence he's having with all of them winning is going to be a real thing. Not the great Amagami ranking, but good enough. She is best girl. I mean, she technically kind of filled in that gap that I got from losing Yuki. Like, she got that mischievous. She doesn't do it as much, it feels like, than she used to, but she still got it in there. Like, I feel like she's kind of toned down that, and I think that's a lot to do with, like, almost feeling like she needs to be mature, which sucks, but it is what it is. I'm blanking on her name. She's okay. I liked her drunk fighting. I love the fact that she's a drunk kung fu style. Like, when she started doing that, I'm like, oh, if this is her thing, I like her. I need more of her doing that. That was I kind of expected something like that. I don't know what it was about, like early introductions of her. But when she started doing that stuff, I had flashbacks to, like, it wasn't necessarily Jackie Chan for me, but it was like Virtua Fighter with like the drunken style boxing stuff, yeah. But I dig it. She sobers up too fast though, so it was a little weird that she kind of sobers a little bit too fast, but yeah, personality wise and all the other kind of stuff, she's fine. Yeah, Sakamoto days. The mom, Naotoyama, once again. There's a lot of Naotoyama this season. Naotoyama all over the place. She's great. She's not really too dominant, but the moments that we do have her is good. I'll put her in B too. Again, a little bit of a favoring with the Naotoyama buff. She gets a Naotoyama. How many shows is Naotoyama doing this season? I'm just eating good. I think I'm eating good this season. I want to say at least 4 shows. Yeah, Sakamoto days. Possibly the greatest alchemist. Ishida. Something else is in there. Yeah, she's in Beheneko. It's like 5. Jeez. I'll take it. Naotoyama melts my ears. Mama is A, only person who can keep up with Sakamoto in check. Like I was saying when I did my first impressions and stuff like that, it's like, yeah, I mean, if I had Naotoyama telling me to give up, I'd be like, sure, yes, ma'am. We have Tasakori Hotel. She's fine. She's just kind of there, being cute for her to get all crazy about. I do like her character. Very mischievous. A lot of fun. She looks like Renge. When she was younger, she looks like Renge. Where's my stretch? When did you give me another stretch?
I'm sorry, you're like, I have another chat that's off to the side, and you're like the only thing over there. I apologize. Is this show good? Tasakori Hotel? It's amazing. Well, stop myself here. It's not amazing, but I really like Death Billiards, and it gives me a lot of feelings of Death Billiards, Death Parade, Afterlife kind of stuff. It doesn't pick up until like episode 4. Like, it's fine up until episode 4, but episode 4 is where it gets like super freaking messed up and dark, and I've been liking it since then. I did a whole video of it this week. If you want to check that out, I kind of get into what happens in episode 4. If you like to have that shock value for yourself, you'd probably not want to listen to the whole video. But I kind of felt like, as much as I didn't want to spoil episode 4, it's kind of one of those cases where I don't feel anybody's watching the show, so I need to kind of give the example of why it grabbed me. And why it grabbed me is because it gets stupid dark. Like, the context to what happens in episode 4 is effed up. It's like super effed up. It's super the Kunoichi's I don't care. I really don't care about that show. The only reason I'm watching the Headhunted show is for the salamander girl. I think she's a salamander. It was something like it's just demi-human. She's a salamander. I like her. I like her a lot. And this is one of those examples of I feel bad for this girl being involved with such a idiot dude that doesn't get anything. I think Death Parade could be continue after that ending. I don't even remember the ending. I know that the ending gets a little bit the ending got a lot of mixed reactions to it. I think my brother hated it. I wasn't big on it, but I didn't care for it going that direction either. I don't remember. Like, I mean, they could do anything with that kind of concept. Yes, for salamander. It's running just Sakabihime. She's also an otaku assassin too. Yeah. She's a lot more enjoyable than I thought she was going to be. Like, I thought she was going to be like, Umaru-chan type of thing. She's not really. The Sylphie girl. Yeah, she's okay. She's okay. She's like a B. She's okay too. She's like a B. The ogre girl that nearly bangs him to save her kingdom. She's okay. She's like a B. I was hoping to get caught up on Blue Box, but I haven't. So I'm kind of in the same boat as I was when I first started watching the show, where she's literally like best girl, and I don't want to watch her get heartbroken, so I don't want to watch the rest of the show. And she's not a bad person, but she's not as good, so she's right there. I'm still mixed up. I'm going to get caught up on the show. Based on the screenshots I see keep popping up every now and then, I don't think I'm going to be happy if I keep watching the show, so I probably won't watch the show. The moment I seen how cute she freaking was, and I knew that she's going to lose and get her heart broken, I'm like, I just noped out of the show, and I haven't got caught up yet. Yolenta. She's like literally right now in the cast besides Kendra Suda. Like, the only reason I'm watching this show right now. I'm not really liking the new cast too much, and I hate the fact that I don't like the cast so much, because I love this show so friggin' much, but the new cast is not working for me. The new cast in this show is not working for me at all. But I like her character. She's like an A. I'll put her in S. Yolenta goes in S. I don't like her. I really don't. Like, she literally, I don't like her. Like, the bottom of the barrel right here. Really don't like her. I don't like the writing around her. I mean, there's I do like her past story. Like, I like her history. Like, I like her build up and really getting into her as what she was and the path that she took. But the current and future of this character, I just don't like the writing around her. She's
pretty much one of the main reasons I have not been liking this new arc. But yes, getting into Jolenta again, I'm super happy. But there's a reason why I haven't been covering the show for the last like 3 or 4 weeks. Partly it's because I've been super busy, but partly it's this. the what's his name? The one that's working on a Jolenta, I do kind of like him. He's weird. And he kind of works, but I don't like her. So. Rezero characters. Jolenta's A at least. Yeah, like I said, she's literally the only thing that's kind of carrying the show for me. And I like her past. And this recent episode really did gut punch me with her. Felt. S tier easy. Felt goes S tier easy. Anastasia, if you asked me like in the first and second season, I probably wouldn't put Anastasia very high because literally the only presence she had was like popping up to give Subaru a little bit of a reality check while getting some benefit for herself. But I've liked her in season 3 so far. Finally getting her into the show. Yes, a lot of it has to do with her seiyuu. Ren Tosaka does melt my ears as well, but I do like how different she is from the other candidates. Of course, each one of the candidates are like unique in their own way, but anyways. Krush. To be honest, I never really liked Krush back in the day. Like, I'm super weird here, but I never really liked Krush until she got whaled. I like the new Krush more than the old Krush, which is it makes me super curious how it's gonna if taking down Gluttony, the Archbishop, will fix her. Makes me very curious how she's gonna be after everything happens. But I like new Krush more. I kind of like new Krush more. But she's probably these two are probably like low S. I mean, they're way above like a lot of these other characters, of course, but yeah, that's fine. We'll do that. Mid S. If you don't like Priscilla, she will step on you. Unless you want that. Okay, that was a good save. Good save. Capella. Again, Aoyuki in that house right here. Capella's a struggle. Because I just have a feeling that as much as I like the design of Capella, the seiyuu Capella, how freaking crazy Capella is, how amazing their episode was, and how unsettling but so over the top it was. Capella's introduction was so freaking amazing. But there's a side of me that's extremely afraid of what they're going to do with Capella. Like, I just have a feeling like as much as I want to say that this character is so freaking amazing as a character, like with the ending of the last episode, I wanted Capella to show up, but not like this. I wanted Capella to come back so much, but not like this. I'm super afraid of what Capella's going to do. Like, I think that's what makes Capella such a great character. Is that I like her presence, but I'm afraid of her presence. And being afraid of her presence means that I mean, that's literally all the archbishops. All the archbishops are like, it's so great how they're portraying them because they're scary at the same time. Dude, is ReZero what you expect besides fear? Is ReZero what you expect besides fear? Yeah, they reword that. Wrath. I know. I'm so convinced I know who Wrath is, and that it sucks. But again, seiyuu's amazing character-wise. If Wrath is who I think Wrath is, it's S tier. But Wrath as Wrath itself is purely just chaos and seiyuu, and I'm not like super into. I'm gonna go based on the second there. Just Wrath self. Not getting into my predictions of who Wrath is. I'll put her in B. Seiyu nailed it, though. Seiyu did an incredible job with her voicing. Arc 1 was gut punch and reality check. That's why Rem was the best character to people. I mean, yeah, it's like she was a shining beacon of hope for him and his worst. That was for me, anyways. Felix. Often, like I say, often takes best boy to be best girl. I like Felix going up there. Priscilla. Now, let me break down Priscilla for me. I never really cared for Priscilla. Like before season 3. Like season 1, she wasn't really in season 2 at all, if I remember correctly. Season 1, she showed up very briefly, kind of made an appearance, was full of herself. You know, Subaru goes to seek her help. She kicks him in the face when he's at his worst. Sorry, deserved. It's a little deserved there. She, again, similar to Anastasia, kind of gave him a little bit of a reality check, like, I don't owe you anything kind of thing. Didn't really care. Went to season 2 again. I don't even think she was in season 2 at all. But season 3, she just worked. Like, season 3, she just freaking worked. Like, she got that presence. She walks in the door. She dominates. And then, yes, we finally get to see her kind of in action, busting out a massive sword, wrecking stuff. Liliana thirsting at her all the time. Like, she's got that Dom thing going on that's just absolutely working. And again, she's a gorgeous looking character. Like, she is just legit just gorgeous. And then, yes, let's say this week, let's just say, yes, we got to see the assets this week, and she's definitely gorgeous. So yeah, I'm super sold on Priscilla's character. I love her. I love her. Would Subaru be a good harem protagonist as Rentaro? I don't think Subaru would be good for the harem. Like, I think Rentaro is good to his harem. Subaru just would be probably more focused on Emilia, and everybody else gets kind of hurt. That's why I think that Subaru is worse to be a harem protagonist than Rentaro. Is that Subaru does not puts too many of the other girls in danger for his love of Emilia. So he's not as good of a harem protagonist. I've redeemed myself. I never redeem myself. That's bullcrap. I'm just gonna make you mad in 2 seconds. You spoke too soon. I'll make you mad in like give me a couple minutes and I'll make you mad again. I'm probably gonna make you mad with my Danmachi takes. And we're gonna pretty much wrap up the stream with Danmachi takes before we get into them. Liliana, I love Liliana. She's a dork. Liliana's a freaking dork, and I love her because she's a freaking dork. I'm gonna put her high A. Liliana's a little lolly dork. I love the little lolly dork. She's a dork. It kind of made me feel like she's super into Kiritaka, whatever his name is. I didn't think that she even I thought that she was just using Kiritaka, but it actually sounds like she legit is concerned for Kiritaka in this recent episode. It's kind of interesting. It's been a while, girl. I miss my Beatrice. I'm so mad that it just dawned on me. It just dawned on me. The moment I get super sold on a character in ReZero, they get knocked unconscious. My first best girl, number one best girl, enough that I went out, so you guys can see. Let me get out of the way here. Otherwise it won't focus. I went out and got 1, 2, 3. Is this 3? 3 figures and a wall scroll. I liked Rem so much, I went out, got 3 freaking figures and a wall scroll. Basically became my number one waifu of all time until Roxy came around. Shut up. I I liked him so much, and then guess what happens? She gets knocked out of existence. I start really liking Beatrice. Really liking her. And then she gets knocked out. So who's next? Who do I like next? Who do I like next? Who's gonna get knocked out of rezero next? Sucks. Yeah, it was funny that both of them are blue. But it's not a trend because, like, Ren Tasaka's not blue. My OG being Beldondi's not blue. Typically it's like blondish. I was big on Saber for the longest time. I mean, you got a lot of yellow in here. You got a lot of yellow in this case. But yeah, the only two waifus I've ever had in my my entire history of anime waifus, Rem and Roxy are the only two with blue. Usually blue is always a thing for that my brother liked because he likes blue. Is it going to be Priscilla? Damn it, that's true. Priscilla's pretty hot on the mind right now. I bet she gonna get knocked down here real soon. That's an omen. I'm sorry, guys. I jinxed it. I'm sorry. Priscilla's going down here soon. I've jinxed it. I like a character in a show. She's gonna get knocked out. Do I like Sonic? I liked Sonic a long time ago. I was super into Sonic, but not recently. I'm a Ram kind of guy. I do love Ram. I liked her snarkiness. I really liked her snarkiness, but season 2 sold me on Ram like bad. Like I love her presence. Again, it's similar to the whole situation with Karane. I like a character in a harem or a show like this where you have a few love interests, having a character that just pushes back on the main character. Can't really say that ReZero is a harem show yet, of course. Anyways, even though we technically do have, like, it seems like Krush likes him. Obviously, Fix always liked him. Beatrice likes him. Rem obviously likes him, but she's out of the picture right now. Amelia's kind of she's figuring out what love is. I guess it's technically in harem status already. Do you think you'd be able to survive Priscilla's wrath? Think before you knock her. I'm saying the writer's going to, because the writer makes me fall in love with characters and then he knocks them out, obviously. 184, Aoi Koga. I feel bad for her, but she's not like great Seiyu. Took up Mimi pretty quick when we started to really like her. True. All right, Danmachi girls. Let me get the momentary Lily characters out of the way here. I don't really care about them, really, honestly. There's only one in the momentary Lily that I actually care about. The rest are just kind of there and being cute. Obviously, Big Sis goes up here. I'm gonna put her in B. I'm not gonna go crazy on this. Let's chill out. It's meme and everything like that, but let's be honest here. I do like my Big Sis characters, and she's probably the only thing that's somewhat interesting in momentary Lily, so we'll put her in B. Suro stole Regulus' wife to take her for himself. Dude, yeah, technically Subaru NTR'd somebody. But now Danmachi, again, I'm trying to stick mainly with this new season. I think these are pretty much all characters that have been in this season. This show's got way too many damn characters. Anyways, the receptionist, yeah, I really do like her character. I like that she was the first one to figure it out, which is kind of a... Back in season 1, I think she was one of my favorites in the show. Like, she was literally up there, but she kind of goes to the wayside. But I really do like her. She one of my faves for the receptionist girls. Put her in A. But she doesn't get screen time. That's what sucks. Hestia, Bestia. I'll put her in S tier. One of the things I hate most about the series that as much as it's called dungeon and they go into dungeons a lot, she doesn't get much attention. It sucks. But Hestia, her design's fantastic. Her say's fantastic. She's goofy. She deserves more love. Fortunately, never gets love. Ice Wallenstein. Ice Swallowstein. I'm glad that she's finally done something in this story. For how much Belle loves this girl, she literally has zero presence in story. I don't care. Yeah, I love when Hestia says what it's like. It's so true. Like who? Eyes who? I don't. She's not bad. She's not a bad girl. She's just kind of boring. But I do love. She had such a fantastic moment in the last, like, what, 2 episodes ago. Which, again, it's coming this week, right? 2 episodes this week? Is it Saturday, I think, right? To be fair, she has her own novel. What a big shock. The writer really loves Ice Wallenstein. I don't. It seems like the writer really likes Ice Wallenstein. I don't. Are you talking about the Sword Oratoria or something else? Are you talking about Sword Oratoria or something else? I watched the anime adaptation and it was terrible, so I'm hoping the novel for Sword Oratoria is better. It wasn't terrible, it wasn't interesting because it was following characters that I didn't really care about. Hold on a second. Is it more in? Because Oratoria was focused on the girl, not eyes. So I'm guessing it's a lot more. Maybe the perspective's a little bit wonky with the anime adaptation. Anyways, Best Sisters, dude. I want a series on them too. I want a series about just them two. Like, best tan girls sisters. That was one of the reasons why I was like super excited about Soratoria, is because I like them too. Like they're literally like the best that entire familia. White instead of blue handler 1. We need more 86. We need more 86. My 10 girl sisters. I'm gonna put them together. I don't care. I'm just putting them there for pure waifu's sake. Again, this list is a mixture of writing and waifu material, and the 10 girl sisters get S tier. I would love an entire series about just the 10 girls. Soratoria is like Index 2 stories. That doesn't help me. I've never watched Index. I've never gotten Index. I have yet to get into Index. I've tried a couple times. I keep, for some reason, getting sidetracked. Lily, best girl, and I hated the NTR moment they didn't animated. Do what? I would love to spar with them. They would hurt me. I honestly... I hate her. I hate her. I'm sorry. I don't... Hate's a strong word. I don't hate her. I dislike her. I dislike her... I dislike her use. Especially when it's just constantly her dialogue is, I had a dream, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, everything's gonna be bad, this is bad. She's cute, but goddamn, her utilization is always annoying. There's more of the Tangirl and Oratoria. Did they just not adapt much of Sora Oratoria? Lily, best girl. Lily is best girl. She's always been best girl. She will always be best girl. Fight me. It ain't gonna be much of a fight because I'm here on the stream. It's my damn stream. I get to choose what I want, but Lily is easily best girl. Don't be throwing spoilers in chatters. Chatters, don't be spoilers. You'll get timed out. But yeah, Lily's best girl. I was so freaking... Dude, I was so freaking happy when she got her level up. I literally screamed out loud. I'm like, holy crap, girl leveled up. Finally. Girl deserved it. Girl finally gets her boost. And then everybody else levels up. Then everybody else levels up. She deserved it. She's easily best girl. I love her to death. Super cute. She tries so freaking hard. It barely scratched the surface. Like, what was adapted is barely getting into it. I haven't really got that answer. That was funny. It was super cute, though. She was so happy. Like, she's so not used to leveling up that literally she has to say, you leveled up. Who? You. What about me? Leveled up. Hold on. Let me. You leveled up. Who? You. So freaking great. I love it. Konniwa. Anyways, enough gushing about Lily. The crazy Amazoness, belly dancer, lust chick that was protecting Haru, the Kitsune girl. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of her. I'm not a big fan of her. She looks great. She's freaking gorgeous, but I just don't care for her as a character. They cut a lot because I think 4 volumes were adapted, I think. They adapted 4 volumes, and that was like, what? Was that like 10 episodes? Wasn't Sword like 10 episodes adaptation? No way. No way they did 4 volumes in that. Of course, that goes to that whole problem that I think the overall this series has had up until, what, season 4? Where they were just kind of seemingly cutting way too much stuff with Danmachi's adaptation. Are we like skipping to her? Is the entire chat skipping to her? Like, you guys don't care about anybody else? You just going to skip to her? I think she's cute, but she's boring to me. She's A. She's fine. I mean, she's kind of in the same route for me as Eyes. She's much more bold lately, like much more taking actions and much more jealous than Eyes lately, but she's kind of boring. She got the cuteness going for her, though. Definitely not as good as the Guild Mistress. The Guild Mistress definitely still beats her. Like, bad. She deserved A at least. Well, now you said that, I'm going to leave her in B. Just because you said that, I'm going to leave it in B. Eat it. I just say Ryu before how you guys were talking about Ryu the moment. I think before I even got to Danmachi, you all were talking about Ryu. How do we do this? How do we do this? I don't think we really have. I don't want to spoil things for people. I almost want to purposely keep her separate just to keep from spoiling things. Up until, like, am I alone on this? I have a serious question mark for people. I don't know if we've discussed this before. Am I alone to say that this is the least interesting character until the Switch? I'm just saying the Switch. Is anybody else in the chat agree, disagree? The least interesting character until the Switch, until the reveal. I mean, the build up to the reveal obviously was intriguing me, and I was curious what was going to happen, but I had no interest in her character until the switch. The switch is what makes her interesting. You liked Seer before? Okay, so I'm alone. Somebody agree with me. Somebody agree with me. Somebody please agree with me so I'm not alone. I mean, not to say I don't like her. Not to say I didn't like her. It's just she wasn't even on my radar. She's just the girl that makes the lunches. Which is literally like most all the other characters that are all like watching him as he runs down the road to go to the dungeon. Oh, she's watching him go to the dungeon. She's like a less supportive like guild receptionist. Like the guild receptionist is like breaking down Stratch and trying to get him all the information he needs for the dungeon because she doesn't want him to go there and get killed. Like she's spending like extra time to support him as his caretaker in the reception in the guild. With her, it was like cooking lunches. Yeah, I can see that, Joseph. 100% agree with you. I can 100% see that. Because I assume that's the case with all these characters, is that they just don't adapt everything around her. Which is honestly was my fear with her character, and the idea that suddenly she pops up in this recent season, and I'm like, okay, so it's time for us to bring Seer to the forefront again. Totally forgot about her. She's the girl at the bar that makes him lunches. And then suddenly, it's starting to be a lot more important, and because of the reveal about who she really is, it all suddenly makes more sense to the deeper impact to the story. But it also kind of sucks because I don't really 100% have a strong idea about how important she is to Seer, or to Ryu, how important she is to, Anya. I don't know how important she is to everybody. So I can agree with you, Joseph. That's probably why. It's in the list. It's gonna happen. Danmachi is up there as one of those shows I am super interested in seeing what all was cut. Because obviously a lot was cut. Anyways, her herself taking out obviously the twist making her much more complex. I think she's in C. Maybe, no, I'll put her in B. Low B. Again, for me, as an anime only, she's the cute girl that makes the lunches. Don't really remember much else out beside the fact that she makes lunches. I'll put her in C. Put right next to Daphne. Was her name Daphne? I think her name was Daphne, right? I'm blanking right now. Anyways. This season, yeah, I was meant this season pasted. I think so. I remember that scene. I think I read that Seer wasn't initially placed for this girl in the pitching story. Really? Ryu's A. Season 4 really did a lot to improve. Season 4 did a lot to impact my like of Ryu and improve my like of Ryu. Whereas I think like the full, and I really do kind of feel a lot of my frustration around Ryu is a really writing tropes. I absolutely hate people that are doing wrong and they want to make them out like they're a criminal, and it's all misunderstandings because they just won't open their mouth. I hated everything around her in the earlier moments of that season because she just wouldn't tell Belle what was going on. And I knew what it was going to be. I knew it wasn't going to be that bad, but it corrected itself. I think it's a solid A. I think before the last season, which was, again, the best and the worst for her as a character, or at least my eyes of her as a character, because before then, I didn't really have too much of attention of her. She was just the cute elf chick that was super, like, a mysterious past. The rogue. The super rogue. His best girl last season was the only time it felt like main heroine and love interest. It's a shame it's not going to be her. I don't I don't know. Like from an anime only's perspective, I don't really know. I mean, the assumption is it has to be Eyes in the end because he's always been obsessed with her. No matter what happens, it always seems to be that he pays about nothing about any attention about anybody but Eyes. I had a glimmer of hope that the end would be Hestia, but I don't think so. I think he has too much. I think Danmachi has been easily, for a harem show, Danmachi has been the best at portraying its harem as very clear and never changing. Where from the beginning of the show until now, it seems like he has always been, it's all about Eyes, and everybody else is just there. Now, I do get a feel with like the reveal of his father. I think it was his father. I do think of the reveal they were kind of doing with, was it season 2 question mark? Maybe in season 1. Where I could feel like if he really does change a lot as a person, like change a lot, he could get to a point where he just legit just accepts everything. And I think that could be a direction that can have it at the end, is that he just accepts a harem. But I think it seems like it's always kind of been stuck to the idea that he is after Eyes. And it will always be Eyes. Like, he just doesn't seem to acknowledge anybody else. Now, granted, with this current season, it does really feel like he's finally waking up, but I still don't think he acknowledges people. He just doesn't romantically acknowledge people around him. He's too much of a kid. It's really what it is. He's too much of a kid. I'd be curious at what point in the novel series, if it even got to that point yet. Or I'm curious. I don't want an answer to this, by the way. I am curious at what point he will finally get to a point, or if it ever does get to a point, where he loses what makes him what he really is, his personality, which is very childish. And I feel like this season has been the most to kind of makes it feel like he could, but I don't think he will. Has some similarities to SAO that has a good harem, but only gotten with one girl VA in time, and in all. Frey was that kid to be a man. Frey does feel like he's kind of making him into a man. I really like her character. I like her personality a lot too. I wish they would spend more time on her, but unfortunately, like she's kind of a hidden like for me. Like whenever she's on the screen, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I like that girl. I like her. She's solid. Cat Girl gets a little bonus there. I really do want to see more of her. I really kind of felt like this season she was going to have like a massive change, but it seems like all they've done with her so far is break her. It's like I was so expecting this girl to suddenly have like some insane change, but all they've done so far with her is just break her. And I'm just hoping that she's not completely 100% broken. Easy. Like this I have my struggles with Freya. I really do. Like, she's done some really bad stuff. I don't like that she put her hands on Hestia. She's done some really nasty stuff. But at the same time, she is, by all accounts, spoiler free here, an extremely complex character that has literally, Freya has literally single-handedly, along with the with her attachments to obviously other characters, non-spoiler here, she has literally become the most complex character and easily re-sparked my love of the Danmachi franchise. Like, literally, her story is so freaking complex and super interesting that it has literally single-handedly re-sparked my love for this franchise. Plus, she's hot. Oh yeah, by the way, did I mention she's also hot? Like she like this season, like overall, like she's gonna be fighting with Priscilla with that absolute 100% like sexy vibe going on there. The hotness levels to the roof. She groomed Belle for real. Like she literally gaslighted the hell out of the Freya Familia. Literally gaslight the hell out of Belle. Like is it the title should be changed to "Is it wrong to gaslight Belle outside the dungeon?" That Edie is so freaking hot, dude. I think it still stands as my most liked, retweeted, viewed video on X up until now. Anyways, she's hot, easy up there. And Horn, completely spoiler free here. She kind of story wise goes along with Freya very well, but disconnecting her from Belle. Disconnecting her complexity from Freya. She's like in the sea area. Like her standalone. Like I mean, it's literally like kind of the same right here. Much lower. Like I think story wise complexity. It's hard to disconnect her from Freya. But I'm super intrigued to see more of her. Super intrigued to see more of her. Like super interested. Again, it's very hard to it's very hard to get into Horn's character without and disconnect it from Freya. Super interesting. Super interesting. I love that bridge. Oh, I eat that shit up, dude. I love it. Anyways, that's it. Again, I don't know why that stupid boy's down there. I don't know why he's here. He's here on accident. Just ignore him. He's not there. Let's keep our view up here. Let's just bring the view up here. This is the important stuff. My gosh, that took way longer than I thought it would. That took like way longer than I thought it would. But I really like to give Freya her first, huh? He should have. Freya is S for seduction and the ED. But some great prequel too and sequels. Around Freya, I'd take anything. I would totally take a side story of her. They mentioned she's the the goddess of beauty. Isn't it goddess of fertility? That was a sneak attack for me. Oh, Horn, yeah. Sound the horn, guys. Shut up. One thing to remember about Bell, he's only 14, been an adventurer for about 6 months. I thought he was 15 at this point. Is she the Robin to Batman? But again, it goes that whole thing of like, yeah, technically he's still a boy. He's legit just still a boy. And so like, it does play in that, but he's also not a boy of like modern Japan or United States where he spends his entire life sitting in front of a computer watching Minecraft videos. The dude's fighting for his life in dungeons. He matures a little bit faster than most people would in our world. You can't really kind of equate the societies. That's not to make the old argument that like it's free game or whatever thing like that. I'm not talking about that kind of stuff. I'm just saying his mind maturing to act a little bit more grown up and not childlike. Anime side story. I'd take anything. Yeah, in a lot of those old societies, that was kind of the age of adult. Not to say that's what we have now, obviously. There's a lot of Freya side stories. The game also has a backstory of her. Yeah, that was kind of the one of the things that I kind of wanted to get into the game for. But I kind of figure when I eventually do get into the light novels and start reading the light novels, which is an eventuality, I will probably just read a lot of those, because I'm sure they're probably like database somewhere. Read a lot of those stories on a website or something like that.
Anyways, that is my top best girls. Dude, YouTube crashed like 3 times this entire time. 3 times. That's my top best girls of winter season. It was a lot of fun going through that list. I don't think I made people too mad. But with that, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do next week. I had something that I had put to the side late last year when we were getting kind of caught up in the year stuff. So I kind of I might have to go look at my notes and see if I can figure it out. I think it was something to do. Somebody was requesting a tier list of something. We might do that. I might just, take a break next week and just play something. Well, we'll see. I'll figure it out. Usually probably the last minute next week. But I appreciate you guys for dropping by. It was a lot of fun. It was good chatting with you guys as always. Tomorrow morning, I will have my Flower and Osra video up. I do have it already put together, edited, uploaded, checked. I just haven't had a chance to put it up because everything happened with the translations yesterday and my power going out and everything like that. So I haven't got a chance to get Flower and Osra up, but I am getting a video up on that one. Obviously, Apothecary Diaries will be tomorrow as well. So that's what I got planned for the next couple days. I don't know. Maybe I'll make an orb video. Maybe. At this point, I'll probably just wait for the next episode before I decide if I'm going to make another orb video. But yeah. Thank you guys for dropping by. Appreciate you guys' support. And it was a lot of fun. But until next week. And yeah, thanks again to all these supporters on Super Chats and everything like that. Nicholas and What the Fan Art. Appreciate the support. But yeah, until next time. Y'all take care.